Ah, there we go. Alright, I return. I'm pain. What's that say, am I right? Well, I've not really done much with it, so yeah, what is that? I hope it went well for you today. Easy. Welcome, welcome. Sentry combat was made me go completely insane. I'm not sure that's a diagnosable thing. Ever since 6 AM. Well, in the 4 hours sleep. Oh, I bet you ain't doing too hot. That's fine, just curl up. Pass out. I hear my streams are good for good for sleep aid. Cowboy to that has arrived. And break in 30 seconds, indeed. It's because for some reason the thing didn't pop. The thing didn't pick up. The feed to Twitch, it just didn't decide to pick up for some reason. That's just your voice. I have no earthly idea whether to take that as a compliment or not. Like, genuinely, I have no idea. Can't let off fireworks in my ass. I've got the ordnance factory in there. Can I actually upgrade to the next level? No, Great Arsenal. It's just what I've got in Paris, which is what grants me access to the 12 pounders. Hurt. Doing Andy and Lele ASMR roleplay streams? I know. I can't think of anything worse, if I'm honest. Ooh, I have just remembered I have forgotten something there. There we are, that's better. I was just looking at the feed being like, hang on, there's something missing. It's a bar. Fucking gremlin. Right, let's have a look. So what can I do if I upgrade to the ordnance board? £12 a foot. Artillery. What the fuck? You took London though. Was it hard? But it was. The fight wasn't. Oh yeah. Extremely. Rock solid the entire time. Or just scoot by. Oh, I just scooted by for now because he decided he was going to be distracted elsewhere, so I just kind of took advantage. Because he's here currently. I did get into a fight with basically everything that wasn't the main British Navy. Still got my ass kicked. So I still have some good ships, but not huge. I've got 122 guns finishing here. And they're just getting ready. Just in case I do have to go up against them, but there's still a good number of ships ahead of me. So if I can avoid fighting them, I will. Especially because I've got a good fleet here that's capable of it. Now, I've had to vacate London because rebels. Which is to be expected. How was naval combat in this game? It's pretty good, actually. I enjoy it quite a bit. Yeah, so he's had these revolutionaries pop up, which are some quite nasty forces. Like, those dragoons are good. So I have vacated. I mean, there's a militia force present, but it's not quite doing what we need. And so, as far as naval combat goes, I mean, it's the most advanced in the fact that it ships to the line. I mean, Rome 2 and Attila were later, so they look prettier, but obviously that's bloody naval combat in the classics, whereas this is proper ship of the line naval combat. Yeah. Austria do have a force down here, but it's pretty badly emaciated. Allies should be able to take care of that. I've got this force here, which is largely just a placeholder force. It's not really meant to be... it's really just a reaction force just in case this side kicks off. I'm currently marshalling and kind of being ready. So Napoleon's already had to pull out. He's got most of his force out, but notably he's lost his cannons. Hey, Nitrous, what's that? Wind direction and proper naval combat. Oh yeah, they've really tried with this one. What I will do is... I've directed Marat here because I'm going to build him into a second army. But first I need to get the bits together to get Napoleon's force back. Lost his cavalry, and I'm going to give him 4 cannons. So he doesn't need any more infantry, but he does need his cannons, which I see I've already queued up. And then we've got the drill school coming. Because I'm going to get dragoons. Okay, so I'm not building up his cavalry just yet because the dragoons have yet to finish. And then these barracks are coming. Well, you know, it's naval combat, Justin. Sometimes the wind's just not with you. I don't know why they look different to me. Right, so we are largely fine for the moment. Economic investiture has gone well. In most places. We're not building up Marseille because I'm not planning to build an army down here. It's just there in case the Italians get their ship pushed in, which I don't think they will. But I think... Let's have a look. It's all just northern Italy. Oh yeah, it's all just... Milan just controls this entire area. Okay. And, I mean... Innsbruck was Austria, but then bloody Württemberg took it over. Oh, good news. No life can count has been increased by 400k channel points. Jesus. As I hate Bill, apparently. I know, just I don't know what you guys want from me, man. I try my best. But yeah, so the only other thing I've done is I've enacted Scorched Earth in Britain. Hopefully that goes through, but, you know, if I get one turn, then basically all of the infrastructure gets torn down. Need more points? Well, you do it by watching. So good job. I mean, I've still got these two. I've still got 2 pretty good colleges. I mean, I was using Oxford for a temporary amount of time, but obviously I'm about to lose it.
Save you, cunt!
I just started, you prick. Austria have decided to hold themselves up in a town. No, of course. Of course, the British Navy decides to do anything other than interdict my efforts to land on his island. I think some form of Stockholm syndrome. Ashley Thompson is real accurate. Yeah, so like, yeah, he's got fucking good dragoons, he's got 4 cannons, his line troops aren't anything to sneeze at. Did it at least go through? No, we kept everything. But the annoying part is he gets to keep that force, which is immensely annoying. But worry not, I have a plan. A commercial port in Nantes, which is down here, I believe. Genoa. Chillon. Oh, it's Nantes over here, isn't it? Yeah. I'm not going to build any of them into a commercial port just yet, but I will get a couple of merchantmen on the go. Dockyard it is. Just so we can start trading with the North African coast. Get some money in that way. Okay, I've got a bit of money, so I'm looking into what can be built. But I don't want to drag feet for too long. I definitely want to be getting this guy's force up. Get the chasseurs up. Unfortunately, we've only got 2 recruitment slots there, which annoys me greatly. I think we strengthen recruitment at the minute. Just get that moving. Much about is now accurate. I was get. That's just. Yeah. So how do they get full-on dragoons, like dragoons and fucking line troops and cavalry? Like, he's also got this force as well. Like he gets to keep these armies, and I hate that. I got Code Napoleon, that ups happiness, which I'm actually going to keep, and not research classical economics because that increases unhappiness. So I keep that one down for a moment. Logistics, replenishment rates and regions, campaign army movement, and gives me supply depot. Speed of battle, movement range. We'll do that then. So we're getting plateways, which is income generated by mines, which will help us out a good deal. Right, how long have we got before the new barracks? 2 turns. In that time, I've only got money for 1, huh? Okay. It's going to be a while before these are ready, so I'm going to discontinue that one. Start training up line just for this guy. Yeah. Trying to replicate dragoons is not impossible. The level of training. Well, that's what I mean. It's not the equipment. Equipment's not hard. It's just shorter muskets, but it's the training that goes into it that makes it difficult to believe. It's fine because it means next time I'm not going in with just 1 force. I'm going in with 2. I'm going to bring obviously Napoleon and then Marat at the same time. So I do have a secondary plan, but I don't want to pull this army away from this front. Well, how long would it theoretically take them to get down there? More than 8 turns. That's not it. I'm going to send him down there to cut off Gibraltar. That way, when I invade Britain, I've only got that to worry about. Meanwhile, these ships are now ready. And the rest of the British Navy is too far away to do anything about it. Yeah, get another ship going at the same time. At least this way, if we do get into a fight with the proper Royal Navy, then we at least have some more teeth to bring to bear. Yeah, that's why. It's another fight, and Austria are once again sent packing by the South German allies. Brilliant. The Russians showed up once, and they got their asses kicked, and they've just not been around since. It would appear Spain are doing something. Couldn't possibly venture a guess as to what. I know he's been detected. I don't care. He's there to keep an eye on shit. Actually... no, I'll just leave him where he is. I'm only after the vision. Now, Liège. Liège can get on the military techs I've not picked up. Treasure Bavarian. Can't even wonder why they say they're not German. Well, yes. Let's have a look. It's all being trained up. Cannons can be trained here, but not to the level I would like. Okay, so if I build up to... Oh, that's dry dock. What do I need to go up to full steam engine, huh? What do I get if I build this? Rocket ship, steamships and ironclads, okay. Which is there. To be fair, what else could we go on? The military academy, which enables the training of what? Grenadiers of the Line, Swiss Foot, Dutch Grenadiers, Young Guard, National Guard, Polish Legion, and these are all the bigger ones. If we go all the way up to Star College, to actually enable me to build the guards. National Guard. There you go, the old guard. There we are. I was wondering where the ability to train the old guard was, and it's quite far down the tree. Is the answer. Trade unions, which is -5 wealth from a bunch of shit, but it does give me the Court of Appeals, which does overall make me more money. Metric system, 10% tech rate. But I need to go up to Court of Justice in order to do that. Okay. So one does need to build this, so I shall. And then, yeah, next turn we will... yeah, a bunch of roads. Only basic roads, which annoys the bollocks off me. Christ, even cars not even got normal roads. Neither does fucking Brittany. There's one of the Austrians just switched to France's side. Well, yeah. And they're doing a wonderful job, in my personal opinion. And the Russians have turned up. And the Bavarians lost. Württemberg still got a full stack around here, so I'm not feeling too bad about it currently. So again, what are the Spanish doing? I've just seen them just marching the guys up, which that was my favorite. Oh, big question. I've played all of them. I'm going to separate out Warhammer and the historicals because they're very much two different games. Because I've played the most Warhammer, but I wouldn't put the two on the level. Nostalgia goggles on, probably Rome 1. Nostalgia goggles off, probably Shogun 2, honestly. Like base game and Fall of the Samurai. I enjoy both immensely for different reasons, but I enjoy both immensely. I do really like Rome 2, and it's a very hard decision between Shogun 2 and Rome 2, in my personal opinion. With the nostalgia goggles, nostalgia goggles back on again. Yeah, Rome 1 because I played it more, but Medieval 2 is a very strong contender. I adore Medieval 2. The only reason I don't... Off Rome Remastered. Silence you. As for Empire, I'm really not sure where to place Empire, because I played this one first and then went back to Empire. And I see this as just kind of Empire, like 1.5. There's a lot more in it that I enjoy better. But yeah, no, if I were to really, put my cards on the table, I'd probably say, honestly, Shogun 2 likely is my favorite. And it's weird because you are asking me to pick between my favorite children here, because the more I think about it, like Three Kingdoms, I absolutely fucking adore Three Kingdoms on romance mode. Records mode it's all right, but yeah, I adore Three Kingdoms a lot. I just tasty. I love how they did it. I love how they tried to bring in character intrigue into a game that's never had it before. I enjoyed that so much. And then, yeah, like I said, I put the Warhammers in their own categories, but, really, Immortal Empires is just the final form of it, and there's everything else just kind of more contained experiences. Although I have put thought back into playing Warhammer 1 again, I will say, just to see what it was like, and if the Empire experience was any better, despite the fact that it's missing beastmen, it's missing all the chaos demons, all that sort of thing. But yeah, no. Shogun 2 would be great if the siege battles weren't so painful. Well, I get say that's true, and I get that, but I like to think that the tiered layer combat of the Tenshus I just adore. The fact that it's a great big castle on a hill, yeah, it's a pain in the ass, and especially because Japan really did lack siege tech at the time, because even the European cannons are just kind of all right. Like they'll bring down a few gates, but once they get out of range, you're on your own. Why really the fire projection mangonels are honestly better, because you just burn down all the gates and stuff as you go up. And then you see that kind of collapse in Fall of the Samurai, where you have Armstrong guns and stuff, and you just blow the castle apart before you even go near. When it comes to siege battles, Thrones of Britannia. Thrones of Britannia, unironically, had some of my favorite fucking siege battles I've ever seen, like in my life. Who the fuck? Oh, Fusiliers in the line.
Monsieur, à vos ordres. Marchez, à recevoir vos ordres. En avant, marchez.
I'm just looking at this again. You're only missing the cavalry here, so... Yeah, he gets those. Yeah, it's a good question, Georg. Very good.
Monsieur?
So now those have been trained, 2 more there. So how many will we actually need for line infantry? 1, 2, 3. I mean, these will be guards at some point, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2 skirmishers, 4 cannons, and 2 cavalry. He's got the 2 skirmishers and 3 line troops. Right. Train everyone's dragoons. We do have grenadiers now. How do grenadiers stack up to normal line troops? Very slightly better accuracy. Very slightly better morale. Better melee attack. Honestly, I'm going to jump him out. Train another grenadiers and have them kind of be like the guard per se. They're not guards themselves, but yeah, they're really considered the best. Historically accurate. Well, yeah, this is true. That and they did the whole chanting thing, which I love. I appreciate it when I play Sweden and Empire. They speak proper Swedish. We're not playing Norway. Cringe. The semi-effect. Oh, dude, the offensive accents in Medieval 2 are fun. Like, you ever heard someone be aggressively French? Like, it's the best. So, in 2 turns, Napoleon will be ready to go, but Marat still has some time before he'll be ready to leave. Yeah, we won't be able to get Marat's cannons for a good while yet. Because I'm considering when I want to invade. I think if I wait for both armies to be ready, I could be waiting near enough half a year yet. So I'm having a think about that. Yeah, because he's just patrolling up there now. Still suspicioso about Prussia. Because they are a powerful force and they do share a border with me. And then not until Germany got invaded. Well, yeah.
Now you have a ship or fleet capable of trade. Select a trade post, as indicated by the anchor icon, and right-click on it.
And keep sending him down there, seeing as the Spanish are loath to do it themselves. Trade ship. Lovely. Get that down there. This is the painful truth. Well, yeah. It just means that, you know, you've got, unlike the rest of Europe who have, you know, had peaks and troughs, Norway has done fine for the better part of 1,000 years. It's a mark of stability. We're so back in history books now. I mean, to be fair, it was Norway who passed along the intelligence to the Royal Navy that led to the sinking of the Bismarck. So, if you want to count that, playing a key part in something that the British still wear as a feather in their cap. Because it's about the only thing that takes away the pain of the hood going down. If I'm being completely honest. So that's already a factory. So they're training. Next turn, all of this will be finished up. I do enjoy that. I want the foot artillery over the horse artillery by virtue of the fact that a lot of the time my cannons don't tend to move. Because although this is completely contrary to how Napoleon fought his wars, I tend to be very static when I fight my battles. I like to occupy a position and then have the enemy break upon it. As opposed to Napoleon, who appreciated that speed and audacity were key to warfare. being gone, but now the hood went about how the hood went out precisely. The fact that we sent it up against it in a show of British bravado and it just ate shit. You know what I mean? Like, that is another stack that he's sending out there. That's Blucher. I might suddenly be very happy that my forces are still in France. Again, I don't know what are they. What are they putting on a fucking tattoo or something? So like, yeah, look at us. We're marching our dudes around. We're really putting up a fight, aren't we, France? There we are. That's that done. I want Orleans, top gallants, carcass shot, grand batterie. Enables artillery barrage, fuel ambulances, replenishment rate in all regions. Recruitment cost for militia and +1 to militia morale. Right, fine. We'll have Orleans continue being the foremost, like the cutting edge college. They step out, guards step in. These two link up and they go to Marat. There we are. See, Marat's forces are already starting to come together. Give him a 12-pounder. So the rest of the guns are training in Brussels. So he needs 3 more line infantry. Yeah, Marat will be ready to march in 3 turns. What to do until then with Napoleon? For the time being, we could probably risk some economic investiture. Things we have got 2 big stonky armies up now, as well as a 3rd reactionary force, which is very much still a big stonky army. Probably just the best analogy for the entire war. Well, yeah, the idea that, you know, the British thought they were hot shit until the Germans really shocked them. And we're like, maybe we need to think about this a bit more. At which point the British went to ground. Just kind of held on until something happened. I think it was, I can't remember, was it, I forget the guy's name constantly, but I know the guy. The guy who does like the little short history lessons, but with the animated characters, not oversimplified. British guy, I can't remember his name, but yeah, here's stuff. Like, okay, I will go down as a criminal or a war hero. Fire. Well, that tends to be how it goes, I find. I'm honestly considering swapping the Volunteers out for more grenadiers, although they are defensive troops. They're there to cause problems for the enemies who are trying to assault the sides. How long do the 80 guns take to train? It's been a couple of turns, right? So, don't know yet. But yeah, I'm trying to remember his name, but yeah, his quote is perfect in it, which is that, and for 2 reasons. One, the British knew that, eventually America, for one reason or another, would probably enter the war, and all they had to do was wait until the greater powers came about. And B, and 2, they knew that eventually, if they stuck around long enough, they would just have to wait until Germany would do something stupid, which they eventually did. So, yeah. Whether or not you want to count that as luck, or the British just kind of knowing what the Germans are like, and that eventually they'll bite off more than they can chew. Who's to say? Basic roads in Caen, and then coopering as well. Good. So that's upkeep costs of ships, right? Yeah. So that goes down. A little bit more money in the budget. Speaking of, how are we doing with that? We're still floating by about 2 grand. Not the best, certainly not the worst. We'll position Marat near Paris, ready for when the remainder of his troops come out. As ever, when it comes to continued investiture, Paris gets first say. There we are. So not long from now. Yeah, fancy. We're already in South Spain. mean, their whole job's going to be go to Gibraltar, conquer, stabilize, return to Eastern France. Can they stop sallying out? They're just bleeding their own forces at this point. Calculation went hard early on, got lucky to got a little lucky to go with. Ran out of steam in the end, it was just painful. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. But to be fair to them, you could hardly blame them for believing their own hype. It was pretty hype as they were going. Unfortunately, yes, unfortunately. Because it could have been a much bigger smackdown had they not fucked it up. And you know me. See, Corn would have feasted well. Anything to please the gods, of course. We're very high on our own fart fumes, exactly. Especially the cult's personality. Well, that's the risk of it, right? It does inspire, you know, bravery and competence in people who would otherwise not be able to reach it. But at the same time, you know, it has its faults in that cults of personality are very inflexible, and when things start going wrong, there's not really much you can do about it. I can't demand their surrender, so we'll just squish him. Fine. And then we can't repair because we don't have the cash, so we'll just kind of sit for a moment. And that's a Russian trade fleet there, I think. It is. Well, these guys don't have anything on their boats. Well, okay then. I mean, I know this fleet here isn't the biggest, but I shall sail it up the line and begin interdicting everybody else's trade. But with that, Britain have lost their other invasion corridor, and now they are forced to come through France.
Monsieur?
Yes, we are just waiting on one set of cannons, at which point Murat and Napoleon will make their way across the channel. Oh. Phrase, I imagine if they were competent can be applied to most of the nations in World War II. British, no. Bill? Fine. Yeah, exactly. I see a lot of the SAS during the World War II just bumbling into victories. That sounds unbelievable when you read them. Well, yeah. This is the point. It's why the words on the SAS badge now are "Who dares wins." So I've just realised my bloody mic's gone all the way up to full again. I don't know what's doing it, so I apologise if I'm blowing people's eardrums out. I know it doesn't sound great. You can hear the room when it's all the way up, and I don't like it. I should remember German King. Yeah. And we're currently partying in his house. Ooh, horses. We've just not put any money into Hanover. But we'll start developing it because it's worth money.
Oui?
Right, we are ready.
En avant! Marchez! Marchez! À vos ordres!
But yeah, the point is the SAS understood the value of audacity.
Halte! Flotte prête. Ordre bien reçu.
Uh-oh.
Sortez les canons!
I thought they would be able to move more after landing Napoleon.
Oui?
Oh, that's a big fight. But he's not being reinforced at all, and he has no leader. In Spain dies. Yeah, no, it's just the whole point of the SAS in North Africa was just they were
line of units is not always the best formation.
wavy line.
V or step will create a point in the line where two of your units can engage one of theirs. exploit this. But remember, it works both ways.
Huh? As ever, get high. Think of the worst possible move that nobody would think of. Precisely. Because who in their right mind would run at a German airbase in the middle of the night with nothing but a few jeeps and a bunch of machine guns? Okay, I'm just thinking about how to tackle this in the most cost-effective way, knowing he's got lots of cavalry. Because this big block of forest here blocks a lot of the artillery fire. I think... Because look, the undulations in this terrain are quite unfavourable. Right, so where would I want to be? I'm thinking about... He's got less line troops than me, but they are good line troops. They're all 3 veterancy or thereabouts. I could go with a really concentrated battery like this, but when they start turning to fire other areas, they start to clip each other, and that's a problem. I think what we'll do instead then, concentrate them up like this, so they can spread out across the crest of this hill. Dragoons can both go on this side because the Volgears will be going on the other. Oops. They'll stick them in a group because they are needed. Actually, what we'll do instead. What is that? Oh, let's see. I forget they don't actually alter their formation at all. Then told soldiers what their plans were, and if they went "Are you high?" that will never work. They got high command to approve them. It's stuff like that. Because once again, it is the case of who in their right mind. I'm thinking about if I even concentrate all my cannons on this hill. Either way, we're not going to be able to deploy them in their final positions straight away. We just get them ready to move.
Deploying your infantry.
Got you. So I will break one of my own rules. And pause for just a short moment. It's high command indeed. High command, because, well... I mean, at that point, right? Have that take, because for some reason it doesn't. Position 1 unit of cannons there. Have them get into fire by rank formation, which makes their formation slightly wider. Then bring them all the way out. Then, for the cannon that aren't moving, we do the same this side. We've got fire by rank now. Oh no, sorry, I've got fire by I've got fire in advance, not fire by rank. Which is a bit like fire in advance, but not quite the same, unfortunately. Grab this unit, do that so that they get the message. Fire in advance, all the way along there. Not funny enough, there's the side of the map, so... Yeah, it's a complete game changer. Oh, it is. And to be fair, I need to look through the research tree in order to find it. They also took equipment from units in the area. Oh yeah, big time. Like they strategically relocated equipment to alternate locations. Especially there was a case, I think it was in Vietnam, where a number of American forces just started ripping the double 50s off of naval ships. Just started bolting them to trucks and stuff. Right, everybody needs to be running. So we are out of position, and the enemy likely know that. So everybody needs to get in. Everybody needs to get into position as quickly as is physically fucking possible. Oh yeah, because like if it was like, oh shit, that's no good. Is that just a singular unit of dragoons there? No, it's two there. To be fair, they've not guarded their guns there, so if I move the cavalry out quickly, that's no good. Yeah, the lines are filling out. If they're going to start positioning their guys to try and prevent my my egress onto their line. Back them off. These cannons are ready to go. Have them deploy. You do the same. Quick as you can, please. Come on, get a move on. Yes, if you can, lead the British cavalry into our line so that they may be shredded. There we go. Much better. Right, and the British cavalry has taken extreme losses. We will now conduct a bit of counterbat. You will do the same here. Whilst our cavalry sallies forward across the line. So you chaps quickly stretch yourselves out and get your stakes in. Yeah. And round. Get your stakes in the ground. What in the fuck are you doing? Although they decided to put them perpendicular to our line, so not about it. That's honestly fine. At which point both of you engage light infantry behavior and guard the flank. How is our counter battery going? It's going. So they've run into my central line, which happens to be my best troops. So best of luck with that.
Help, for God's sake, help!
Including my only unit of guards, which is rather annoying. This is the bit that worries me. We've got a line there that's not guarded with artillery at all. Right. Hot fire there and reacquire targets. So it's about how well we're going to be able to support this side. There. We'll have the light infantry pepper the enemy line formations coming in. Especially as the formation now resets. And they appear to have completely ignored this side, which is just fine because it means I get to sweep it in. Get them moving. What the fuck are you doing? Get back into the line. You lot, switch to canister. There we go, that's better. 12-pound canister rounds. Lovely. Going for their going for their cannons, please. You get to shredding those lines there. We've got great big British lines here. There we go. Just watching entire lines of them fall over.
We're about to receive.
Our men are running, sir!
Where? Oh, at the very end. Just the light infantry, nothing major. Turn off fire in advance, have them come together. Then grab our guys, have them continue on. Start bending these lines in preparation. You guys relimber so that the central line can actually come around as well. Have Napoleon go down here and support his dudes. They've engaged. We're probably going to lose those.
Our men are running, sir!
We're going to have this line back up. Now that you're limbered, you get on top of this hill here. Shred the unit in front of you, you feckin' idiots. And then I just say they're nearly done. Come on. One volley and they'll be done. There we go. There we are. Limber up and get on the hill similarly. Now this unit is done. Get them moving up this way. You have grape. I have canister shot, but not grape. You men there. This unit goes forward to support this line.
Our men are running, sir!
Oh, I'm sure.
Oui, monsieur!
I'm going to take them out of line. Back you up. And you, everybody there. You come out of fire in advance. Where are my cavalry? Oh, there. There's one. Go get that bloody British artillery before they become problems. Canister is good enough. Yeah, I was using it to great effect in the middle here. Make sure they all get into a proper line. You still in fire in advance? No, stop that. You haven't got the dudes for fire in advance anymore. Yeah, the guard aren't actually firing. That's
Our
it.
men are running, sir!
Which one now? I have one of the units on the front line.
Oui, monsieur! Ils sont maintenant pour tête nos fusils, monsieur!
I'm going to have this cavalry sweep in from the back in just a moment. It's about which units can get into position first.
Our men are running, sir!
Yes. It's the line immediately in front of Napoleon giving up. Back him up before Napoleon takes a shot. That's good. Sweep them round. Wasn't happening. The cannons are a bit exposed. And this becomes the problem with foot cavalry. They're not very quick.
The men are fatigued, sir,
I'm
and
sure.
must rest a while.
This thing, they end up adjusting their position so fucking often they end up engaging in melee. The Dragoon unit. So have them change position into that direction. You are ready.
The men are
Unlimber.
fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
So everybody's ready. Unlimber and go to canister shot.
Running, fighting, and doing other strenuous activities tires your troops, reducing their effectiveness, and units within the influence radius of the
Keep
general
them moving,
can
take
be
them out of
rallied by his
fire in
presence.
advance.
In addition, pressing the rally button raises morale.
Holy shit,
and
it's the
helps rally
horses having to
ground
get to the
troops
back
that are
and
not
then
in a
put themselves in
state.
position. That slows down the firing so much.
Our men are running, sir.
Again, everybody go to bloody canister shot. I can see at least one of you hasn't. Okay, we can actually shred that now, and then we're gonna back the infantry line up. What are you doing? Stop trying to fire by rank. Fire. There we are. And see, this is why I'm bringing the second army.
Canon de 12 livres paré à tirer. Monsieur.
Yeah. I think not many of them have the fire for this unit to retreat.
A glorious victory, sir.
It was-
is soon to be yours.
His general was the only thing keeping them on. And it's the big mega bullshit army that that they spawned thanks to the rebellion. Apparently there's one unit. Where is it? It's there. Well, apparently this unit in melee is also continuing. Fortunately, this now comes down to what their army is going to do in the next turn. There we go. I don't know if I'd call that heroic. We took pretty grievous losses there.
Grave. Invaincu.
Yeah, 602 remaining. At which point, yeah, he just gets what's left of his forces together. Christ. I might end up reloading. Because the major miscalculation I have made is the fact that I couldn't drop off both units at once. And the exact same hill, for fuck's sake. That he's got significantly less cavalry this time. It is overall a smaller force, but it's the masses of infantry I've got to deal with.
Damn this weather, sir. Wet powder makes misfires a certainty.
Oh, I'm sure. We keep them together, because you can see there's a few units that are just completely emaciated. Yeah, what's going to win us this is our cannon, the fact that we have lots of them. Almost really, we just make that the front line and wait for them to come close enough. I still think we go up on the hill, but we kind of take this sort of position. This way the round shot can actually still get through. Position the infantry behind, really. Really, the infantry are the anti-cavalry guard, really. That's about as much as I can risk. Cavalry's basically emaciated.
Donnez-moi vos ordres. Ordre de groupe.
Did I not deploy the cannons? I didn't. I'm smart.
Artillerie au rapport.
It is going to be a game of how much infantry can I shred with these cannons. If I can get enough, it won't be that much of an issue. He has got artillery, just not much of it. 1 6-pounder. I think he's got one over here. 2 over here. Yeah, 2 6-pounders. I mean, half the size of mine, and I've got more of them. Doesn't discount the fact that he's still got bloody... He's still got bloody cannons. Reminds me of yesterday. A little bit, yeah. He is getting good shots through. We are inflicting losses on the enemy cavalry, but really not where I want to be inflicting losses. Those went into the forest and never came out. Ah, yes, Rain, the bitrate destroyer. Too high. We've got one of his guns. Way too high. One stop short. We quickly swap the canister shot. There's a bit of bullshit in this game that you can pull if you swap the cannon loads at the last minute. That they will instantaneously swap loads. So if the enemy's charging on you, you can just very quickly flip it to canister shot. What is it? Well, we've got more cavalry coming in over here. Henchmen swapping loads. Well, you know, standard practice in this army. Men aren't swapping loads and they're not building proper unit cohesion. Picking up, right, now we need to very quickly swap. And the entire cavalry unit has melted. Swap back over to ball. I do wonder where half these rounds are going. Stop that. I have them spin round their originally intended targets. Always cross streams, exactly. How you ensure maximum coverage. In which case, halt and fire again. Make them independently acquire targets. The body always helps with others' loads, exactly. You can't trust your battle buddy to catch your load, then can you really trust him? We've taken down... I was hoping we'd get a bit more there, but oh well. I knew we weren't going to score much at this stage in the battle, but I was hoping for a bit more than this. It was grumblers, but only if you know that after 11 PM they were also known as the groaners. Lord. I'm still going for it. And canister shots not quite that short range. Resting these little divots of hills. Look, you can say these units look fairly vulnerable. Let's see if we can't whack a couple of these. Way too high. I'm trying to think my guys can't hit anything other than canister shot. Still. Hey, one actually got through.
God's sake, a little help!
That's a lot of infantry to shred. What's the actual limit? As soon as they start approaching those trees, then we can swap over.
Yes, sir, that one means to kill ya.
Yeah, I'd say there's a couple of good hits there.
Shoot any man who wavers!
Oh, didn't know the British employed commissars. Now we can swap over to canister. And now it's a game of how many can we whack before they get to us. Because I'm predicting this this middle rank will disintegrate pretty quickly. They're already taking fairly grievous infantry losses. With any luck, we can also get the general.
Sir, can we fire now, sir?
Oh, now they get a fucking rank. Okay, his general is running away. That should impact them somewhat. And this unit is getting hits off on the artilleryman, which is no bueno. Another one.
Sir!
There we go.
Sir! Our general is under attack!
I'm sure, but give me a minute. Another one. Now we need to melt this unit as quick as we can. You are a gentleman. In what regard? Break. There we go. And now the cannons themselves are secure. We can start taking chunks out of the other lines. And with any luck, we can hold this together. Because we'll probably be able to break them, and then they'll need to back off, and they'll come back.
Our men are running, sir!
Yeah, I was expecting that. There's two of them left. Let them run. Yeah, there they go. Back the whole line off. Yeah, that's another one routed. Good stuff. I mean, this unit has taken losses, but it's still much too large. It is now time to deploy the dragoons.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
Really? One. Oh, those guys. Back them off. Or just in time. Well, she's a bot and a bottom. Yeah, we got actually a determined second push from the British. We're getting close. Dragoons can't come in. Although they deployed a square there for some absurd reason. I should have brought popcorn. Well, yeah. It is odd that some people get the full whack of the ads and then others just get tickled. It's odd. That's another broken.
One of our
Another one.
units has used all its ammunition, sir.
It's getting a bit close. So there's still... Okay, there we go. Big unit's gone. Now it's just getting the second unit to bugger off.
Sir, I want you to kill him.
Actually going into square. It does appear to be a panic response from the British to just go into square formation at any moment where they are threatened. It's like squids. It's just... Squids deploy ink when they're threatened, the British go into a square formation. Yeah, that's even more. Nice stream, bro. Hey, nice, bro. Thanks. No, stop name dropping. No. That entire lineup. You seem committed to the prospect of firing at units that have already retreated. You turn, deal with this unit.
Attention, tirailleurs ennemis.
I mean, granted, these lines are so thin, our infantry can now probably take them. They are even firing at the one unit that is actually spaced out, so musket fire has less of a unit, has less of an effect. How long have I been streaming? Yeah, about an hour. Not long. So I'm still on the attempted subjugation of Britain. This is the second wave that I've sent in now. And although the British casualty rate is outrageously high, and I do have a second army to come, it's still in France and I need to get it across the channel.
All its ammunition, sir.
Right, new plan. Okay, you, Limber. I have genius plan. First things first, I'm going to go for his general. If I offer you a low price. How's the low price of don't ever say that shit again? You get to stay in the channel. Maybe re-downloaded today and I had a good time playing it. I'm so sorry. Truly, whatever did I do to affect this fate upon you? Get you formed up. Turn around. Now just about how quickly can these cannons get back.
All its ammunition, sir.
Don't even have to go that far. Just watch up there. Wait, I'm If so, then I'd say Blood's had a long con. Whoops. Oh, okay, there's one. Yes, they're running away. The objective really was to kill the general, I'll be honest.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
Unfortunately, they all look the bloody same, so it's impossible to tell which one's the general.
He who stands with me shall be my brother.
I'm gonna follow Nico. Was it Nico? Nico? What's up? Glad to be of service. That's one down. Right, now we go get his cavalry. Right, these guys are assembled. And now to pull the rug out on the very last... of the British line. Even though they've left the cannon there, but okay. So you've got canister loaded. Stick with the shooting. Yes, how dare they run? Oh no, the British have defeated my clever ruse by running around my cannons. Okay, here we go.
Oh, this is bright.
9 cavalrymen will win us this fight. I feel like I should probably throw Boney in on this one, but I mean, to be fair, the artillery has found itself in the middle of the forest, so there is a good chance that we're probably safe, especially if I stop my own artillery from firing whilst Boney's out there.
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
I would hope so. I seriously don't know what the British are hoping to achieve by running their cavalry into their artillery into the woods like this. I forgot to cook his dinner last night. Said he was making us boy dinner, but apparently that means no dinner at all. He will antagonize you. Said you were hungry. sorry, Ricky. I'm somewhat focusing on the rifle when you're talking a lot. Hunt everything if you reach. Oh, there's a drill. Hey. That was a good fight. Got an idea for stream maid or cafe manager. Yeah, right. I want to play maid management fucking sim, then I could just play bloody. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. He's got more ships than I do. Okay, I managed to bail myself out there. Like, I just play fucking Yakuza 0 if I want to manage a bloody maid cafe. Jesus. What are they doing? Really? Napoleon Bonaparte, hero of the army. Well, you know, it does fit his character. We'll be honest with you. Down rifles, small arms factory. Yes. Rockets, percussion cap. Rifled cannons. Uniform armament. I was wondering, I'm looking for any more fire orders, like fire by rank, for example. No, that's just fire in advance. RGE, ground battery. Enables artillery barrage, but I have no idea what that means. At least not in the context of the game, anyway, right? Targeted fire for artillery. Doesn't look like it's a thing. And that's rather annoying. Well, then what to do? I'm going to stick Liège on the metric system instead. And then we board this force here. And then we actually drop it there. No, drop the force. Drop the force.
I'm gonna fuck y'all down!
Hell yeah. No. This was not what was advertised. Ah, for fuck's sake, right. This is Just says spring. 17th. I can't. No, it's beginning of the session. To use this for content accurate.
Monsieur,
Yeah, with Napoleon's army shredded as it is.
oui?
Our only answer is to then. We could auto resolve, but I'm out of dudes. Way too many thunder. Well, yeah. What do you? That's just speaking of content. Well, yeah. You can get a Twitch payout, and you knew. Oh hell yeah. Well, continue the siege.
Officier sur le pont. Hissez toutes. Ordre bien reçu. Hissez toutes.
The fact that I have not been able to disembark this army has annoyed me greatly. He's there and very within range. Kind of relying on this other force. Back him out of that. And this is really everything they've got left. God damn, it's just... Again, the Navy has been the thing that's really fucking me over here. The fact that I can't quite get my troops where they need to be. I've even got half the infantry I used to have and no cavalry. Didn't deploy that fucking force again.
Compagnie en ligne, préparez-vous.
I should have put them there. Big fucking tree in the way. Speed pigs, Jesus. Street. Every one of those shots landed short, Jesus.
Line infantry!
Artillery reporting.
I'm not doing Baldur's streams, literally. Oh, speaking of which, are we doing that tomorrow? Just for clarification. Because so many people said they are in and out on various days that I have officially lost track. Okay, there's one. This is Sunday's not available, so cool. Oh well. It's a shame because like, we're getting to a really, really juicy segment of the game, and I'd really like to get on with it, but you know, life be life.
We have killed their general, sir.
Jesus, that was
Now
quick.
they must break.
Jesus. No, wait, they're going away. They're going away. Right, they're just kind of standing. Well, there's the rest of his army. Spin them forward again. So it's just a game of can the canister shot continue to carry us? Bloody cavalry again. No, I think this may well be buggered. Yep. I'm calling this attempt quits. And I'm going to reload that save. As the mistake I made was not deploying both forces at the same time. So it does... Oh, I didn't realize we've already gone that long. Sore loser? How was that sore loser? That's me admitting that I have fucked up and need to retry. So we can probably cut a turn off of the replenishment that we did here. By just immediately queuing bloody Marot's reinforcement. I'm not going to bother sending this guy to South Spain because it didn't really accomplish much. And then from there, it's just a case of getting things where they need to be. And then... Thank you. I'm fully aware. I think this is still good to do. I'm just determining my order of research. Should be fine. Luckily, the turns aren't too slow in this game. For sure, I was also good at Hanover. What meanwhile was bad. 'Twas. Hanover had something to learn in the drip department. Gotta do a drip tier stream of Napoleonic uniforms. That would be one of the streams of all time. Yes, I'm fully aware. Then that's the Napoleonic code. We'll then flip them to logistics. Start having these ones train infantry, except for Brussels because it can't. Although it can train those 8-pounders, seeing as this only has 7 recruitment slots, which is just enough to frustrate the absolute bollocks out of my OCD. The fact that I can't train all the units I want in the exact number of units I want. It's short by 1, and that frustrates me greatly. Find places that have no road network and at least give them some roads. Even if they're just bad roads, that's fine. Market for money, stables for money. Ooh, ice cream. Good stream. But you haven't paid me for it, so there you go. That, and even if you did pay me for it, well, you'd have to pay me an extraordinary amount because I am not an NPC. Okay. Right, so, okay, this fleet is now ready. Send them out that way. Did I queue the merchantmen already? I did not. I'm going to start pushing this fleet up. There we are. So we can start interdicting allied trade. I think what I'll do anyway, though, I'll send this navy to Calais so that Marat can deploy from Calais and Napoleon will deploy from Le Havre. Uniforms drippy. You know what? Brunswick uniforms inspired the Prussian Hussars and in turn the SS. Well, it's weird how history works that way. Prussian dark blue light infantry uniforms drippier. Well, it is called Prussian blue for a reason. There we go, there's plateways. And then from plateways we can just go straight to steam engine. As for the rest, already training those. Those are still going. And next time we get the improved college anyway. That's fine. Well, what else we need to do? Further economic investiture, I think. There's many. Need money. Now, the bit that annoys me is it doesn't show capacity for, like, transport here anywhere. And that is a worry, because I don't know if it's a thing. And if indeed you can cram an entire 2,000-man army on board of a sloop. Which would be funny, if a touch silly. Hanover's at least got roads. Something it has over most of France, it seems. Where's my other fort? Oh, it's on the other bridge, yeah. Remember, because he got blocked off by the bloody Württemberg forces who still aren't moving. What are Spain doing? I've got to check if fucking wartime coordination's a thing yet. I don't think it is. Because I would tell them, Gibraltar. Gibraltar, go get it, will you? Good. And remove 2 of Napoleon's cannons, send in there. And that's all of Murat's cannons. Train the cavalry. There's one last gun going out of there. And then we'll train the rest of what Murat needs. Just remember, I can dispatch a unit of line infantry from Napoleon to Murat because he's going to train another guard. Well, grenadiers, but I'm using them as guards because they're the closest analog I have so far. Again, Prussia worries me. If I take Britain out, they might not have the cojones to go for me. And yeah, okay, the Austrians have been sent packing. It's the Russian army that I'm worried about, though. Problem is, Russia's so bloody big, it takes them ages to get any forces out. Same reason they're difficult to invade is the same reason they struggle to fight others. Okay, first things first. Remember to move this force here, all the way over to Munich, just to safeguard it. Yeah, merchantman is ready. Send it down. Get 2 more made. Hanover proto-goths. Oh, you kids and your wacky words. Okay, really, I'd like more money. But we shall continue to invest in it. Yes, and then Napoleon is only missing his cavalry and one of his grenadiers. Or this lot will be going to Murat. So when it actually comes to invading England, I think one lands here, one lands here. So they are close enough to back each other up in the fight, I think. Russian ones, right? Yeah, so they're both dark green, generally speaking. But Russian uniforms tended to be simpler, for obvious reasons. The green isn't bad. No, not at all. I mean, it was the colour that they had elected for their empire, so it makes sense. That's Logi. Give me conscript then. And we need steam power factory for that. so you...
Troupes,
One unit
en
of
avant. Prêt à recevoir vos
dragoons goes
ordres?
that way, the rest go that way.
D'autres ordres?
And then these are 500 a pop. 1 for Napoleon, 3 for Marat. Who now needs 3 units of line infantry, and he's good to go. Yeah, we can actually dispatch the invasion force in 2 turns. Navies are where they need to be. They all cost too much. We should have a court of justice being built. I think there's one in... Funny enough, in the smaller areas, one's going to get done quicker. They'll have metric systems, hopefully soon. Late. This is all also assuming that the Royal Navy lets me skedaddle across the channel, which it might not. I do enjoy how half of the end turn time is spent watching the Spanish do this little tattoo that they've got going. We keep working them up the line to see who's this. This is Spain. They're allied. That's fine. Napoleon Bonaparte, decorated hero, morale in battles, losses to attrition, prestige military. Oh, shocking. And that's court of justice. Good, good. Means we'll go for metric system now then. We're nearly done there. Weirds me out that there's nothing out that way. I'm going to say Hanover's only got a cantonment, which, yeah, it can keep for now. It will be useful in the wars against Prussia when they come, but for now, it's fine. Yeah, it's checking something. On with it. That's about everything.
Monsieur?
I think that's everything I need to send over there.
Marchez. À vos ordres.
I think we are assembled.
Marchez. Marchez.
Everybody into their ports, ports of call. And him there. Send him out this way. Oh. So yeah, there's a Russian force there. Well, it's a Russian merchant at least. And we are now just waiting for Marat to get onto his ship. And once they're on their ships, we'll wait a turn, just to make sure that it's not army movement that is the restricting factor. Oh, the Russians won a piece. Go. I don't know what the Bavarians fought there, but it was a very bad plan. I can't wait to invade these guys. Invade these guys and just make Spain France.
En avant pour la couronne et le pays.
There we are. Get everybody onto their ships.
En avant. Marchez.
We are ready to go. Ooh. We'll launch next turn just to make sure everybody gets to where I am sending them. Dispatch him there. Raiding again. Alrighty. Well, we're making some good money out of the North African coast trade then. I wonder what he's doing, especially considering his fleet is going away, affording me the opportunity I need this turn. Let's go. I think it's programmed in that the Spanish are kind of useless, like, anyway. I would imagine our finances aren't great at the minute. Yeah, barely $2,000 a turn. We are kind of running a strong military at the minute. Alright, yeah, 1 there. 2 there. Okay, that actually worked. And now there is the force that I actually wanted in Britain. And seeing as we could just about handle what they threw at us with only Napoleon, now that we've got Napoleon and Marat, we should be okay. We should also have the force necessary to keep London down. And then when they do rebel, we can take on the rebelling forces one by one, seeing as we'll be getting... Because we'll not only have twice the force, but technically speaking, twice the replenishment.
Oh, there are naturally occurring resources in this region that are not currently being exploited.
No, there are. We've just gotten steam. First things first, though, we've got to build a steam factory. To enable this bottom research. That's a metric system as well. Trade unions is the next tier of stuff. Abolition of slavery. That's just good. Cool. It's happiness and recruitment cost. Send the Navy home just in case the British get any good ideas. We have Napoleon go in for the siege. Have Marat back him up. Oh, there's an actual army there. There's a good army here too. New plan.
Préparez les troupes pour la bataille. À vos ordres. Troupes, en avant. Prêts à recevoir vos ordres.
We will instead wear the enemy down. Yeah, still worth. Yeah, still worth. Make sure these two are stood next to each other now that we've worn down the British force a bit. Confident General for Marat, and Hero of the Army for Napoleon. Sweet. So now that we've taken out a chunk of British forces, not most of their forces, I would say about 30% of the land army on Britain. Because the worry was that if he got the force that was in London...
resources in this region that are not...
She's doing that again, sweet. Grand Opera House in Flanders. It's a lot of money to upgrade to a Grand Museum. Yeah, it's trade ports going, but not really all that worth. But seeing as it is cheaper to upgrade these iron mines, and I think we shall. The iron mines are just way cheaper to upgrade than the gold mines. I suppose that makes sense, but make me any more happy about it.
Tenez-vous prêts. Commencez le siège.
Oh.
Opération de siège en préparation. Pour la couronne et le pays.
And then we just have them come to us. with whatever paltry force he can pull together. Yes, they've got a force, but it's pretty badly emaciated, so big who cares. What are you doing?
Oh, there are naturally occurring.
Shut up. Four turns until surrender.
Pourrissent dans leur porcherie.
They barely suffered any attrition. Notice Marot's not got one of his cannon.
Village
Did I forget them in bloody Brussels? I did.
en attente de vos ordres.
In which case,
En avant. Marchez. Oui,
we
capitaine. En position.
quickly run them over. Let's see how much attrition I can inflict on Britain before they make me go in for the fight. Oh, hello. Opportunity to intercept. I mean, it's the Russians. We haven't actually directly fought the Russians yet. And it's a chance to get near some ranks.
Always keep some forces in reserve behind your front line. They can fill any gaps that develop, and turn to deal with threats to either flank.
As for what we should do, we should bring the cannon to the top of this hill. I don't think we will be able to. But this is a nice flat ground here, so I think we shall put them here instead.
Le canon est prêt, monsieur. Monsieur.
I'm just having a thought as to where I want to deploy them in this line. I mean, there's an awful lot of enemy infantry, so we do want them in the front for canister shot, but I think I also want to disperse them for that very reason.
Au rapport.
If I
Lancez
put
des ordres.
3 in between each, make sure that they're grouped up so I know which ones are where. That should just about be enough. What we'll do then, we'll put the first one here, and then cannon. Make sure they're actually deployed, so the cannon is in the right line, in the right place, relative to the actual bloody infantry line. Make sure they're in proper firing ranks. Yeah, I still don't want them bunched up like this. And yeah, it's looking to be a bit long. We can risk a compression at least in the middle here. Back them off so I can see what I'm doing. Swap them over just yet. Then up, do the same there. Have them fire by rank. In which case, new plan. Move him out. Place that section of the line with more cannon. Yeah, now they're all much more central. No, I'm not liking that. Not liking that angle. I think we'll move them forward. And then we can have the remaining infantry be reserve forces on either side. Probably shouldn't be in fire by rank, huh? Especially considering this force does not have skirmishers to watch its flanks, so we should probably do that. We'll have unit of cavalry on either side as continued flank protection, and then they're in a good position to conduct their own flank when needed.
Some of the drawbacks of the square formation can be overcome by careful deployment of other squares nearby. Placing 2 or more squares a little over a musket's range apart allows them to offer each other supporting fire, creating a deadly crossfire zone between them without the risk of friendly fire.
Well, that would be if I actually made use of square formation, which I don't. As we've discussed, that is a scared Brit thing. Minor upside of fire in advance is that means the troops are a bit more spaced out, meaning cannons aren't quite as impactful, though they are still fairly impactful. It should be said. And they're really trying this on, huh? Or not actually deployed. I mean, if they're just going to stop in front of the infantry, then that's just fine. Because then, yeah, they're just going to get emaciated down. So wait. I think we'll have a long session with this some point next week. Finish it up. Not bad. Charge them in there. That should be good. Yeah, so they're going to attempt a long line up here, so we'll start moving these guys in. But running the cav round as well. I think cannon are close enough to start doing canister shot now. So this needs to die and die quickly. There we go. And then run the cavalry out before they get countercharged. There you go, just move them in. But if they're going to try an aggressive maneuver with us, we'll do the same. There we are. I mean, not the greatest crossfire in the world, but it is a crossfire that we've managed to catch a Russian unit in here. Musketeers. I realise we're all using muskets, but I don't call them that anymore. Roll them forward. Being flanked on that side, so we'll get the cavalry to charge them. These cav are up Shit Creek because the enemy cav has caught up with them. We are dealing with them though. Make sure the cavalry still have somewhere to go. It's a good rear charge. It was uphill though, so it took some of the momentum out. Now they're in. Back them out. Anyway, I think that we shredded the Russian infantry quite soundly. They're attempting the bayonet charge. Keyword attempting. And why they do that? Come out of that formation, support them with the charge. We should be able to catch their infantry here, I think. Move them in. There you go. The central formation are basically all but collapsed at this point. Lovely. They're out. Okay, there goes the other one. Everyone else line up. Take them out of fire in advance and then move them back. It will give them ground here because we've still got artillery firing on them. There we go. Lovely. And then as they stop and turn around, yeah, what's left of the Russian cavalry should be able to come down pretty easily. Hey, kitty. Pull the cavalry out. They've had enough. I wouldn't say the bulk of the Russian force has now been dealt with. It's just now it's just cleaning up. Ah, I see the Russians have a similar panic response to the Brits. Just form a square and it'll all be all right.
The flashing unit banner means the morale of their troops is wavering. Before long, they'll break from combat and rout from the field. Take this opportunity to charge them.
Fully aware. That's just fine. Seeing as the vast majority of the enemy force is now out of range, we'll swap back over the ball. That force is now done. The cavalry are actually enough.
We have killed their general, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Now they must break.
We haven't killed them per se, but you know, still out the fight, which is enough. I do feel like I have to get some of these artillery upgrades because my artillery can't hit Toffee. That was my positioning needs work, which is possible.
A glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
That's the only cannons dealt with. This is the General's Guard that has lost its general, so they should probably back off pretty quickly. What about? So they're only like they're only an infantry unit away now. I must wonder if the Russians have like any leadership buffs or something. They're holding on stronger than the Brits did. One of those units is now backed off.
The men are fatigued, sir,
Finally. Jesus.
and must rest a while.
The flashing unit banner means
I know. They're both backing off. Okay, fine. It's gonna take too long. 3 units, go in. You should have them. They're pretty badly afflicted anyway, so. And 1/2 unit just completely misses. Come on. Come on, Russians. Jesus Christ. Jeez. And then you're telling me this unit is still in the fight. There we go, Jesus. What was it about being Russian and being a suicidal maniac? Jesus.
Nous sommes puissants et invaincus.
It hardly matters. That was just the force to prevent a doomstack from rolling over this area. If it then upgrades him, that means when he in future gets a far more modern force, it will go much better. And I've got a couple of marshals still, so it's issued me the Arch on Moscow. Arch on Moscow. You know, I'll deal with it when I've got time.
Prêt à recevoir vos ordres?
I made a miscalculation here.
Cible assiégée, monsieur. Monsieur, vos ordres?
Well, it looks like I have.
Oui, monsieur.
In which case we just kind of, you know, have an cannon just kind of hanging around then.
Assiégé.
We've got 3 turns until London buckles. And he doesn't seem to be in a hurry to deal with it. And so long as he isn't, I'm not going to do anything about it, frankly. I'm just going to continue waiting. Because if I can bring down London without a battle, then that's literally best case scenario. That puts me in the best position to there we go. I was about to say that puts me in the best position to suppress Britain afterwards. Looks like it's just this force, huh? Okay. Look at Marat. Aliar Despero. Good name. Unfortunately, I know Allied forces take a while to come in. I believe we'll actually want to back off. Because this is a long enemy force, we'll deploy a long force ourselves. Oh, see. We're whizzing bullets. I see. Oh, I can actually deploy some bloody works here. Looks like bombs or mines or something. I didn't think mines were around now. In which case, I don't know. We shall, in fact, make this an entrenched force. Okay, those aren't... Gentlemen, those aren't trenches. They certainly make for effective blockers, but the trenches they are not. With this position, I am worried about the cannons going through my own line. Hmm.
Le canon est prêt, monsieur. Infanterie, au rapport. Lancez des ordres. Ordre de groupe.
In which case, I shall set them up like so. That's an ad break. I don't mind finishing the setup. We'll have to move this force up. Do the same here. Line these earthworks up. They are in good positions. There we are. As for these guys are important, so we'll keep them there. Yeah, as for dealing with cav charges, I mean, this is why we have the stakes from the Vulgures. We shall continue our wavy trench line. Make it a bit shallower. Got space for one over here. Oop, by the way. I don't want them bending in. That exposes the artillery to too much fire. Grab another one. Then I think that's basically all the infantry. Yeah, it is. We've got the guard here, but they're not. I like the setup indeed. Well, it's letting me use earthworks, so earthworks are being used. Put the Volgiers there because they're going to go over here and deploy stakes. You chaps are in reserve. Napoleon is here in the back. And then dragoons on either side, ready for the flank if it comes. And I have to break another one of my own rules. Pause. Put the Volgiers across like that. To deploy the stakes. Yeah. And move the horses out. They are where they need to be. Right, let's go. Because this is the main British force that I've been sieging down. And we do have Marat coming in. We don't know when. A very nice balloon. I do like that that's the excuse the game gives you for being able to see the enemy entrenchment. Or the enemy positions, because observation balloons were a thing by now. They let the horses get out before we put the stakes in. There you go. Further entrenchment. Lovely. And then light infantry behaviour up the side. You chaps do the same. Oh, you didn't advance much because I already stretched you out. Good, good. Alright. Come on. Set them up. Given that this enemy force is quite cavalry heavy, these anti-flanking stakes will be very important. I mean, we've already whacked one of the enemy cannon that's actually got a shot on us. I mean, we're in entrenched positions, so we can take a few hits. It's not that much of an issue. You flip out to canister in preparation for the incoming bloody cavalry. Yep, there they are. Oh, what cavalry? And off they go. And that is one infantry unit of many dealt with. A full shatter too. Lovely. That's the other one. Gentlemen, I cannot help but notice that you have fallen out of formation. Do not stand atop the earthworks. That will make you an even easier target, considering that the earthworks' actual point is to protect you. Now, the worry of these earthworks is this. The concentrated point here that if the enemy managed to plant a cannonball in, will be a big problem. So I'm holding the cavalry where they are for now. Oh wow, we actually... Look at that, cannonballs are actually plunging through the enemy line.
We all gonna die?
Sarge, are we all going to die? If I have my way. I am Napoleon, I am generally used to getting my way. There it is, lovely. I had a lot of people hoping for a World War I with this engine pretty much at its limit. I can't imagine that would work. Well, that and they wouldn't want to anyway. They're adding a proper trenching cover. This is the thing, like, because big massed battles like this, which is what Total War is good at, basically can't exist in an era really past this. Like, you might be able to get away with the wars not long after this. I would say the Franco-Prussian War is probably the latest you're going to be able to go. Because after that, you know, with the invention of machine guns and artillery that doesn't suck, and off-map artillery to the point where artillery would not be positioned like this in a battle like this. Like, but it was a Total War mod. That is true, and it does somewhat work, but it also illustrates why CA wouldn't bother with it. Sneaky bastards. Got one past me.
Sir, our general is under attack.
Napoleon. Oh, they managed to plant a cannonball. That's pretty good, lads. Now back into position. It's because, like, you know, like, because the problem with such things is that in reality, really, one good volley and that should be like basically the entire enemy line gone. Also high roll, but I mean, a machine could Fall of the Samurai illustrates this perfectly. If these were Gatling guns, this enemy line would be gone. Like, I mean, already the canister shot has taken a huge chunk out of the enemy. And they are now assaulting entrenched earthworks. We shall see how this goes for them. I'm gonna swing the cavalry out now. People generally agree it's a good Total War mod, but it's just the Total War system does not make much sense for World War I. The fact that there's a mod illustrates that there is demand for it, but quite honestly, I don't believe that it would fit too well. It would have to be a different game from the ground up. Right, they're going in for it. Charge them in, prevent the enemy from causing too many problems with our cannons. There we are. Purely to keep the British from overcoming our cannons. Franco-Prussian will begin. I mean, Franco-Prussian would probably be the latest you could risk. And remind me when the Franco-Prussian was? I want to say probably like 1860, somewhere around there. I know the Franco-Prussian War was before the formation of the German Empire, but it wasn't that much before. Get back on the cannons, you bloody wastes of space. Get back them off, because you can. Let the linemen get back into firing position. That's a bad advancement over there. We're in the reserve over that direction. And they are massing their cannons in poor positions. So in the cavalry shall go. And moving. Right. Yeah, the British have broken upon our earthworks. We've really only got one push going that is really worth it.
Our men are running, sir!
Abandon this section of the section of the line. Have these men work their way down again. There's a similar article, Great Wall Western Front. Yes, I said that there's always a few. That collapsed earthworks, or that, no, they're just standing on top of it because they're smart. These men rejoin that line. These are guard. This unit is taking casualties at an acceptable rate. Where are they? There they are. So, enemy dragoons. They'll want dealing with. Yeah, successfully driven off. Yeah, it's just that, yeah, continue on. Also, of course, the same outrage for, like, fair if they just randomly announce Franco-Prussia. Well, yes, no, because I find it's more about, like, how much effort they're willing to put in, because I remember the thing that people are primarily pissed off about with Pharaoh is the fact that it's a Troy DLC that got turned into a full release, because it just feels like they're not even trying. Like, fucking finally Marat decides to turn up after the battle is basically won already. So, Men of War, Great War mod kind of represents RTS battles properly. Well, this is what I mean, like... Yeah, but yeah, well, no, because you know, you get bronze, because at least Pharaoh was Bronze Age. And at least then you get the, you know, chariot combat, but as you say, it's not exactly a well-known era. I mean, yeah, who doesn't like Egypt, but you could have just fit that in alongside a lot of other stuff. Like, why couldn't it be a part of Troy? Imagine all the... Because, like, Troy is already, like, semi-mythological with its creatures, so, like, can you imagine if you, in the same way that they included things like minotaurs and shit...
Our men are running, sir!
With Troy, you could have done the same thing, but with the Egyptians, and it would have been amazing. Right, they're coming in, so reoccupy these works. Means our reserve is a bit emaciated, but that's fine. Go back to ball. Oh yeah, no, the fact that they carved it off and tried to pass it off as a full release is what primarily, in my mind, pissed a lot of people off. Oh, it's Marat. Oh, see, he's not coming in because of the unit cap following. Yeah, but, you know, this creates the problem with total war and technology. Being like, no, as soon as you get past a certain point, historically, with tech development, total war becomes a difficult game to model. Because now it's a case of, you know, the machine gun ended the cavalry charge. You know, mass battery artillery. Oh, this unit is out of ammunition. Pull them off then. No. Accurate, proper artillery, you know, the kind that could fire from many miles away and land reliably with good spotting information, ended the mass battle. Because could you imagine what would happen if the Brits had, like, even World War I era artillery here? These earthworks wouldn't be able to exist. It'd just wipe me off the map. And I'd have done the same to them. I wouldn't have even bothered assaulting London. I'd have just bombarded it from afar. They'll play Great War mod again. Great War mod? Oh, for Men of War, yeah. We get the upgrade to for 64-bit? Well, we'll find out. Oh, come on, there's not that many of you left. Go off to the side like that, have the light infantry get involved. Okay, finally. That unit is buggered off. You know.
A glorious victory,
That's why Fall of the Samurai is one of my favourite mods, especially late game, because as soon as you get Armstrong guns and Gatling guns, it's over. Steel Division World War One. Oh god, that would be awful. Reason why Still Div works is because at least World War II era warfare was at least a bit more mobile.
Prête, monsieur.
World War One era were just slow into shapes moving in inches towards each other over the course of hours. Yes, please charge through my stakes. Thank you. Oh no, lads! The French have put sharp sticks in the ground. Bloody hell, this is a sticky wicket. Whatever shall we do? Quick, we run fast enough, maybe we'll get through them. Oh no, Jenkins has eaten one. Fucking idiots. There we go, there's their general.
Hiya, Sarge.
Okay, finally. And that was the last of it. Very good. Very, very good. The Steel Div and Warno are my favourite depiculations of actual medium-sized warfare. Yeah, definitely. What was it? Division size? Was it battalion size? I know there was a term for it. It looks like he's panic training as much infantry, as much military as he can. Yes, I do enjoy them. I mean, I feel like Warno still has a poor taste in my mouth because I still don't know how to play the fucking game, but the desire is still there.
Monsieur, cible assiégée, monsieur. Prêt à recevoir vos ordres?
Oh, what did they lose? I lost a cavalry. And we shall supplement Mission Napoleon and include the cannons.
Village assiégé.
And then we just go in. Landon is mine. Exempt the region from tax, and hopefully we can bring the disorder down quick enough. Let's piss them off. Clamour for reform, industrialization, rest. To be fair, this brings unhappiness due to industrialization. It does. Well, get rid of that. Don't need it. Else is bringing unhappiness due to industrialization, because we can just rebuild them later. And commercial port. That I think I will keep. I think it was battalion size. Yes. I will admit I often forget the actual sizes of these things. I'll clean all that out. And just clean out all the remainders of British resistance in England. Oh yeah. And then we shall stay like that for just a moment. Let's get our gentleman out. Actually, no. And then in there to research. He's got 4 agents that now aren't doing anything. And that's increased repression, but it's going to take 8 turns to build, so it's not really all that worth it. Although, to be fair, it will be long term. So even if I end up just having to put up with it for a little while. You get Lancers and Chevaux, but that's because Barracks isn't repaired, and even then, not up to the snuff of the one that's in Paris. So here's what it is. Yes, that's London seized for the 2nd time. Hopefully this time we can actually hold on to it for a minute. I mean, luckily, the army, for a start we have 2 armies, and they aren't nearly as destroyed as they were prior. I believe I shall start stacking militia. Because I have a distinct feeling that London will have to have. I'm fully aware. It's all in Britain. So you, sir, are going to Liège. Up. You, sir, are going into. Move that asshole. Fine, if that's how it's going to be, then earn your place. Wait, which one's mine? Is that mine? Okay, this means... Okay, now is that hospital? Did we win? Oh, and we got a gentleman in Corsica, okay? 2 gentlemen in Corsica, in which case I shall train a merchantman and get them onto the mainland. Quick as we can. Yeah, no, if I remember correctly, division is like, it's like 15,000 men. It's a lot, if I remember correctly. But I don't remember correctly, that's why I'm questioning it. It's 1 turn. Well, let's come down a bit. Especially because I destroyed a lot of the stuff that was pissing the lower classes off. And no, we are replenishing at great speed now. But we shall not advance into other parts of Britain just yet, for there will be problems if we do. He hasn't got a bloody public order one of these, has he? No. So we are sat with what we've got for a short while. Anyway, economic investiture will occur in France first, before anywhere else, before we bother in improving the cash cow that will be Britain. Or that will be Britain's primary focus in future. It will just pump out money so that France may field more armies. And once we get enough... I mean, I'll have to work out how much these armies cost to run. See how much it will cost. Yes, I'm sure it has.
Have become too unhappy. You must either appease the rioters by lowering taxes.
I have already lowered tax. They're exempt from fucking tax, so that ain't gonna work. No, that dog just ain't gonna hunt. I mean, it's coming down is the key point, but I don't think it can come down fast enough. You, sir, go back there. Fucking waste of space. Right. Bloody foppish gentleman. If he can't bloody hack it and kicking out the British gentlemen so that we can get our own in there in order to conduct research at Oxford University, then frankly I don't fucking care. Some more mines. Lovely. Is that gold mine improving? It is. Good. Anything else I can build in France proper? No? Okay, how about Picardy? I can improve the barracks. Augment our military recruitment abilities. Napoleon's lost both of his cavalry, I've just realised. These cost a lot, so... I mean, right now it's fine, honestly. I mean, how much of this is coming from military presence? Yeah, 10. Once London is suppressed, I can then send Marat around to secure the rest of Britain. And that should knock Britain out off the game. Despawn all their crap, including that fucking fucking navy. Although Gibraltar. Ah, there's rebellion. No, couldn't be avoided. Luckily, both armies are fully replenished. So we can go in and just step on it. And then we shall wait and have them come into us. And if they don't, then we'll replenish to full and go kill him as well. I consider the matter closed. Right, I do now need to go deal with Gibraltar. Okay. What's it? This is the cannon foundry. Will be useful. Let's just improve our economic efforts first. Actually, before we do that. Go to Paris. Where is it? Like a whole load of militia. Do the same in London. So that eventually we can, in fact, move Napoleon out of the house somewhere in Gloucestershire that he wanted so dearly. It's all chugging along nicely. No, it was joint stock that we just did. Cool. Was that cost for industrial? No, was that cost for industrial buildings that went down? I think it was. Right. So you're on your way to Liège. I think next turn the merchantman will be done, which will be enable us to transport those two other gentlemen onto the mainland, and they will be going to Orleans and the Liège colleges. Actually, what do we need to improve those universities further? Oh, he did come for us. Really wants me to fight this one, doesn't it? I mean, that's a mean force. Gonna have to. Hopefully that means I get the earthworks again, and I can do the same strat. It does not. Shit. Well, looks like we're fighting this one the fair way. Yes, I think this shall do nicely. First things first, first unit of cannon there. Nope. Make sure they're in the proper formation and stick them out that side. Second unit of cannon. So we've only got one non-12 pounder, but it's honestly fine. And grab two of these, put them there. Oh, come here. Put them in a group, tell them to go there, put them in the right firing mode, stack them up like so. Even if I lose the vast majority of Marat's army here, I largely don't care. I'll just retrain it, get it reinforced, and go subjugate the rest of Britain. And grab the other line infantryman group formation. They are. Put skirmishers on either side as flank protection. And then cavalry to conduct our own flanks. Just remember, move Marat into the middle to support his dudes. And then, where are they? Grenadiers. This is the reserve force. They will be ready in case one of the two sides starts to become a problem. Years. Go to full, like literally single file line. They angled away. Have the dragoons go out. Although I will confess, I don't know how to pronounce dragoons in French. I imagine it to be something incredibly racist like dragon or something of that vein. Most of the artillery is firing, only the smaller gun isn't within range, but that is to be expected. Alright, you guys don't even get your stakes, huh? Okay. Well, light infantry behavior, and just step off of the line just there. Bad dragon, wink wink. Oh, God. And then send them there. I mean, to be fair, this is Napoleon's France, so they are extremely high on their own farts at the moment. The fact that they didn't knock out a cannon fills me with rage. It all then empties again because I realise it's just a game, but even so. And this force really is Britain's last hope to defy me at this point. If this force fails, then London's mine. And I shall secure the rest of the UK as I go. Once we're done with that, then these forces could likely be deployed. Oh, do I betray Spain first, or... No, I think we then actually do as the game fucking tells me to do, and I'm going to go take care of Austria next. Once Austria's dealt with, I will probably provoke a fight with and deal with Prussia. I don't want to go past Austria into fucking Russia with Prussia behind me. Oh yeah. He attacked me, so he must show aggression. So until he does, I will stay. I shall stay in my position with my guns that are long enough range to reach him. Are they shooting for? Are they trying to hit this cannon and I'm just completely unable to do so? I gotta get some. I gotta get some of this artillery tech because I'm starting to think the artillery just can't shoot for toffee unless I research it. Ah, goddamn! It's like it's not even unranked cavalry. Oh god! There we go. All right, I retract my previous statement. Maybe when they want to, they really can. Damn, you took out 14 dragoons with one shot. Get that man a promotion and a degree in physics. Oh, and that one. I studied ballistics in school. Fascinating subject. Things go up, things go down. Again, he attacked me, so he must show aggression. Okay, there we go. I think, yeah, he was getting at least some of his cannons in position before he went forward. Well, with any luck, he orders his men to run the whole way, and they get tired by the time they reach me. Ooh, just a hair too high. And the smaller guns are now within range as well. That ball just skimmed over my skirmishers. That's got to annoy him. Okay, everybody in the line is in the correct formation. The way that's looking, I'm going to deploy my reserve over here. As well as the general. This side should be able to hold out just fine. It's this side I'm worried about. This is where more of his force will land. Ooh, I think that one went through. It did. I mean, they are trying to fire through forests, which is why Britain is just not fun to fight in, because it's just so many trees. Right, he has deployed his forces out this way, so the cavalry will begin their flank in those directions. And now that he's committing to battle, we'll send the dragoons out. Again, they're hitting there and skipping over the skirmishers. Fortunately, he's got an awful lot of cavalry. I mean, trees Vietnam flashback. Well, it's all fun and games until the tree starts speaking West Country. Although, really, we're in Buckinghamshire by where we are engaged. Buckinghamshire does, to be fair, it looks a lot like this.
Sir! Sir! Our general is under attack!
Fucking how? Why? Oh, in artillery, right. stand him out the way of artillery then. They're not in canister shot range yet, but they will be soon. Dislike the quality of shots that he's getting on my infantry. He has got 2 dragoons in the back there, just playing flank guard, which is precisely what he should be doing. And we swap the canister shot and begin the actual line battle. Here they come. And then we fire over their heads and we're in. Wait. Oh, that's no good. That's no good. Got to push those artillery off, or those cavalry off, otherwise we're going to have a problem. Those are my own artillery and then I just put this unit here. Just get them out, just push them out. And back Murat off. Well, that's a breach, so bring the reserves back here. Where are you going? Stop running in the way of the remaining cannons. It's no good. Pull these guys out as these guys are arriving. I'm going to lose 2 cannons here, but it is what it is. Have them take up grenades as the enemy are about to run toward us. Just like that. It's blunted their offensive dead, just that. But this side is collapsing now. Napoleon has arrived, all on his lonesome. You back off. You leave fire by fire in advance, and then start cycling around. Bulgarians can start coming around. And Murat's going to lose his cannons, but here's what it is. Now it's a game of how much of Napoleon's force can arrive.
Our men are running, sir!
I've just realised I've forgotten about my cavalry, but here's what it is. Take them out of group formation and have them advance in quickly. Where are they? There. Just back them out. Actually, yeah, position them there. That's a better idea. There. Shoot. And then retreat morale back behind the last artillery line. Last infantry line, rather.
Fatigued, sir.
Oh, I'm sure.
Rest a while.
Will you twatheads just get into formation? Begin shooting back. I don't know why you decided to cycle the entire line there, but oh well. cavalry line. Shoot that, please. That's collapsed. Hold and fire. Oh, well, we got their general. That'll help. There we go. We're starting to stabilise here. Well, I'm not a gentleman. In what regard, sir? There we are. That's worked. Pull around. Move them in, like so. Alright, move forward. Napoleon and his artillery has arrived at the very least. I could really use one of Napoleon's bloody fucking cavalry units. That would aid us significantly better. Stretch these lines out. Brought more guns to the fore. There we are. That should be that unit retreating very shortly. Yeah, that's one. And then collapse these gentlemen in. I feel like my skirmishers are calling me stupid and I don't appreciate it. Dear. So now to get a bloody cavalry charge onto the last cannons that I managed to save. Wheel about. To be fair, these infantry lines aren't really long for this world, so shouldn't be that much of an issue. And to be fair, the more of this army that dissipates, the more of Napoleon's army can come in. Fuck. Spin around. It's beginning to annoy me just how much cavalry this fucking army has.
The entire unit is dead, sir.
And the whole position there. There's my support that position there. Right, I'm still awaiting your answer on why you've besmirched my honour. That's that done. These forces now need to back off. Form up a new line. Because this position is slowly worn down. It's not got an awful lot left, but to be fair, neither do I.
The entire unit is dead, sir.
Yeah, I know. Are you out of ammunition? You are. Let me. That's the last of their cavalry there, so. Yeah, that force is now dealt with. And then round. Okay, finally, Jesus. There we go, we've only... It's this unit and the artillery. I do believe I shall use Boney to go deal with. Oops. This is a damn near fresh unit as well. But luckily we managed to get a good line on them, so we should be able to deal with this. Again, I must say, these clouds I adore in Napoleon Total War and Empire. These clouds of gunpowder smoke hanging over a field like this. It looks pretty.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
Fucking. I mean, look. The British line has already lost most of its firepower anyway, so we should be alright. There we go. Oh, a glove slap delivered without cause is an honourless act, sir.
A glorious
Shameful.
victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
Yeah, there he is, there's Boney. There he is. See that for the first time in this entire war, he's actually going to get his feet wet. Oh, I will say I was expecting a slightly more bombastic charge. And then Morat's coming to you lack honor, so I had the glove slap you. In what regards, sir? I am taking the British to task. And I've bested them on the field of battle, which I will say is more than you have done. Where the fuck did they... Oh, there. An infantry unit like that will causes me the heebie-jeebies. There we go. Finally, the army losses kick in and they start running. I mean, that was... You killed the enemy general, so the lowly infantry you are now without order. The gentlemanly commander would never target the commander. Yes, but you see... Oh, wow, okay. Yes, but you see, sir... This is a rebellion, not an enemy army of any real repute or prestige. These are but rebels, and you see, rebels do not have gentlemanly commanders, merely lowborn folk. And for that, I can therefore decapitate the enemy command structure with impunity. For you see, I am not killing a member of the landed gentry. I am merely killing a lowly peasant, which is simply all war is about, sir. So I do believe you can take your accusation of honourlessness and blow it out of thine arse. There. There will be the type of guy to kill the musician first. Well, to be fair, there's nothing funnier than hearing a guy mid-riff and then just cuts. And to be fair, in stuff like Battle Cry of Freedom, going for the musicians is actually the play. Because they severely amplify the actual power of the rest of the line. Oh, I see. The militia got integrated into Murat's army. No. I severely apologise for Mr. No, it's quite all right, sir. You are quite right. You're targeting the gentry on the field is the most disgusting play that should not be tolerated, but... I merely corrected your information, sir. And you're quite welcome for the adjustment. I may be cosplaying the French, but that doesn't mean I have to be French. The fucking war crimes. The war crimes are why I fear to play armor with this community, because I have a feeling that with this group of people, we'd be the kind of people to either completely obey the ROE to the letter, or we'd be the kind of guys who proceed to break every rule in the Geneva Suggestion. You know what I mean? There we go.
Préparez-vous. Marchez.
Yeah.
Votre humble serviteur.
Do militia like have a bonus to like keeping guys down? Or I suppose cannons don't count, right? Cannons wouldn't do that. War crime's killing someone who heals you? Kinda, yeah. I know shooting medics is definitely... I don't know if it's a war crime, but it's definitely bad form. Shooting civilian aid and neutral medical personnel, that's a war crime. Disguising military vehicles as emergency responders is a war crime. Bavaria has been destroyed. Oh, Russia took it over. Who cares? Ads about to start? We'll let this one roll, I think, because if I'm in the campaign map, then I don't mind the ads going off. I'll just kind of continue. If it's a battle, then I'll pause. Because that's where the fun is. Yeah. Marat is now... Marat now has a at least workable force. I would give him more cavalry if I had any, but yeah. Because attacking medics is also a war crime. It's true. I mean, like emergency responder vehicles. Is destroying a clearly marked medevac vehicle, even though it's an. I mean, even if it's not like a member of the Red Cross, but I mean, like it's a serving vehicle with the enemy military. If it's conducting medevac and is clearly marked as such, is that a war crime? Even though it is like, let's say, an American truck or something. Like it's not like a Red Cross vehicle. It has got Red Crosses on it, but it is a vehicle in the US Army for the purposes of evacuating injured personnel. Is that a war crime? If medics are playing an active role in combat, yeah, if they are also shooting, then they are fair game. That's a cat. I know there's a word for it as well, but another one is taking advantage of an enemy's mercy, so fake surrendering to lead them into an ambush. I can't remember. There's a specific word for that, but that's also a war crime. Oh, that's a supply house is on fire. Fortunately, I do not have the money in order to not do that, so I'll have to halt that construction. The reason supply warehouse is particularly good because it improves replenishment in this region. 4 turns is quite a lot. Unfortunately, he does have a barracks in Edinburgh. And Wales doesn't have anything. He does have a couple of forces in there, but I should be able to get that done pretty quickly. A fresh load of militia over from France. We'll continue training militia in country. Military crackdown is helping, but every turn foreign resistance to occupation drops. Yes, we think we should be all right. Did I deploy both agents? Yes, I did. Good. All agents are on their way to their colleges of designation. Very good. I do believe Britain then has been cowed properly. We have only Gibraltar and then the rest of the British Isles to secure. We shall avoid the Royal Navy like the plague because that is the only British force of British military force of strength. Whilst I send the other my third army to go deal with Gibraltar.
Oh, there are naturally occurring.
I'm fully fucking aware, bitch. That was coopering. Yeah, let's see. 3 colleges chewing through that tree. Should be nice. As far as I recall, military operatives that come in... I've just realised 3 hours into the stream, because I'm a professional streamer, that really wants to be over here. At the chat, if anyone's wondering. Because all the information tends to come over on this side of the screen, and the 2 overlap. So I have moved the chat to the other side of the screen. As far as military commands, for example, to evacuate, of course, they can be subjected to indirect fire by accident. But any and all means but of directly harming medics that are not posing a threat to you whilst clearly going about their task is not permitted, I see. Of course, fog of war be fog of war, but, you know. In the age of information that we are in, it is easier than ever to catch people out doing things that they shouldn't be.
Monsieur, vos ordres?
There we are. And the militia are
Monsieur?
stepping on London next at extreme efficiency. Very good. Right, we shall now use... In fact, we could probably get away with taxing them, though. Yes, we can. Aha! A lot of money. Shall use this money to improve the development of France even further.
Hey. Impossible, monsieur.
And I believe Napoleon
Solidement.
will go back to France, get his army refitted.
La mer est à nous.
There we are.
Préparez-vous. Hissez toutes.
Napoleon will now go back to France, get his army refitted, and prepare for the next campaign. Because I am fully aware
En avant!
that we don't have forever.
Hissez toutes.
Okay, they are now prepared and ready.
En avant! Marchez!
For example, we have videos of Russians directly targeting medics with RT through drones, despite the medics visibly only evacuating wounded. This is a war crime. Indeed, although one must wonder how and when they're going to take them up on it.
Assiégez-les! Aux armes!
And that's Cardiff. Cardiff has been secured. We'll begin training some... We'll begin training militia here. And start dealing with that. Apologies, I was just switching the UI over. Murat will subjugate the rest of Britain. There's even a strait here, so we don't even have to dispatch the ships to go deal with that.
Quelle direction, capitaine?
Then you can go occupy there.
Officier sur le pont. Arrivez. Préparez-vous. Combat. Chien galeux.
Yeah. Also, I'm looking for British ships in order to... British merchantmen ships to capture and use myself. Now, where's the other force?
Comment puis-je vous servir?
I suppose it'll all move when I click the end turn button, so I don't have to rely on that too much. Ooh, is that all the militia I'm able to train? It is. Oh, it just moved. Okay. I only wanted to train two anyway, but oh well. He's in... Was that Montpellier, really, is where he is? The two Corsican gentlemen who spawned on Corsica for some unknown reason are on their way to their colleges. Because I know Edinburgh most certainly has a training facility. I don't know what Ireland has. Knowing my luck, it's probably a bloody artillery manufacturer. Ugh, Prussia. That's quite a military force they've got built up there. Luckily, that's where Napoleon's going next, so we can deal with that. God bless the Turks, keeping the Austrians busy this whole time. I couldn't care less if they get murked by the Austrians. I'm coming to eat all the Austrian land anyway.
Oh, there are naturally occurring resources
Holy
in
shit.
this region that are not.
I know. As I have said previous, facilities in France get preference. Send them there. Move Murat out. Drop his...
En attente de vos ordres!
There you go, that should be enough for there. And then resistance to foreign occupation shall go down over time.
Monsieur, vos ordres?
At which point we are now sending Murat back north to deal with Scotland. I think it's just past Manchester. Share a vid in the war room. Okay, cool. I shall look at it upon the stream's conclusion, which will be at some point, I see.
Troupes! En avant!
And there. Right. The refitting of Napoleon's army is of greater concern. Oop, wrong button. I mean, we need we need new cannons, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And dragoons. We need any new infantry. We can drop a cannon. And I've got a line infantryman here that doesn't need to exist, so bye. Yeah. And, yep, cool. That's all where it needs to be. Of a destroyed of combat footage, I Bradley destroyed a T-90. Glorious. Truly a wonderful spectacle that I will behold wholeheartedly very shortly. Oh, fair, whenever I get the chance to. And then in 3 turns, Napoleon will begin marching towards South Germany and just reacquiring possession of all of that. I should also remember to repair those ships. We just not have enough money for the other one. Yeah, we didn't. Well, we are now fully extracting the economic output of Britain, or at least the bits of Britain that are under our control. So the amount of money we're making has gone back up again. I know I've kind of overkilled it with the militia, but that's fine. I mean, it's a difficult region to hold on to, so the masses of militia that we've got are honestly fine. I mean, out of it, we've gotten a good deal of money and a new college. So, is what it is. Because there's no point to recruit in Britain, it'd take too fucking long. Especially considering all of our nice recruitment facilities are in and around France. Because all this time I've spent subjugating Britain, the rest of the European powers have kind of rallied. So I must get about dealing with them.
Oh, they're a naturally
I
occurring...
fucking know. The stud farm in Hanover is done. Hanover shall now make us even more money. Glorious. Well, I'm actually going to swap this out to a tax office. Because Hanover, as a forward recruitment base, I'd rather just occupy a major enemy city and do that. Fun number. But the Great Museum must be built. It is currently fine. I mean, the Court of Justice will aid in our repression of this region. Yeah, let's just go. Let's just go a full 20 stack of militia. Keep that down. Because I don't know if this will ever decline past this, to be fair. But we can only hope. Right, Scotland. Demand the surrender. They did.
Option to liberate turns the region into your protectorate, emerging as a new allied nation controlled by a government.
Oh, I can liberate
cause.
Scotland. As funny as that
They
would
will
be.
retain ownership of their
Damn you. Do I just take direct control over it? I mean, it's a very Napoleon thing to do, right? So yeah, sure.
En avant! Oui? Monsieur, vos ordres? Monsieur, vos ordres?
What have I got?
Prêt! Monsieur, vos ordres?
Did I gain a unit or something?
Oui, monsieur.
Okay, strange. And then let's do a bit of diplomacy. Trade agreement. There you are. Military alliance, trade agreement, religious differences. Well, as long as they're on side.
Oui, monsieur.
And then we go for Ireland. Please tell me they're a republic as well. Oh, they're a monarchy, man. Not very revolutionary of me. That's fine, we'll just retain direct control over London. Wonder if we can liberate Ireland as well. That would be quite funny. You're going for Orléans. You should be making it into Spain this turn. Very good. Napoleon can start marching in 2 turns. And Marat is about to deal with the last of the British Isles. Glorious. Just bloody glorious. Again, Prussia worry me immensely. I think they're allied with Russia, so getting them to turn will be probably not an option. I'll probably have to fight them. I think I'll probably directly control most of, if not all of Germany.
Que voulez-vous de moi? Ah, un lieu d'apprentissage et de culture.
That's 4 for each. Lovely. Maybe not that. Put that down there. That does, it creates clamour for reform, which I don't like. Yes, this is getting more and more problematic. +4 happiness, all classes. +1 happiness. Does improve happiness, so it is probably worth. To be fair, that dry dock can probably come down. Don't need that.
Prêt à recevoir vos ordres? En avant!
We shall march. Oh, what, really? This?
Les troupes
Okay, so I suffered attrition in Scotland, but not in Ireland. Okay. Whatever you say, Butch. Technology advances. We've got trade unions and Caronade. Acceptable. We will need a steam-powered factory and a court of appeals, however. Which is money. What the fuck? Venice. Fine. Austria shall have a bigger problem very shortly. Okay, so that's their last moment. That's their last resistance, is it? The Ottomans get different looking boats as well. It just weirds me out.
Oh, there are naturally occurring resources in this region that are not currently being
You know,
exploited.
I'm really fucking aware of that. So we now need enough money for a court of appeals in here, which we can do. Everything's all good. That means, yep, Napoleon is now ready to go. Fair, the Italians do have a good force, which should be able to blunt that. Trade port.
Taxes are set on a theatre-wide level.
I'm fully aware. We'll have to play with it for a short time.
Commencez le siège!
Yep.
Personne ne nous vaincra!
Oh, we can, in fact, liberate Ireland earlier.
Pour la couronne et le pays! Monsieur! En avant!
Send that back out that way.
Et le pays!
Hey, well, alright, it's done then. He can start making his way back south.
En avant!
Where are they? Bit low. Ireland, very friendly. I'll have that gift then. Yep, same religion, military alliance, historical friendship. And I don't get that with Scotland. Very good. Yeah, we've taken over England and Wales and then liberated Ireland and Scotland. How very French of me. Recruitment, lots of Batteries. State in France. Okay. Right. Napoleon can now get a move on. And his first port of call is Munich.
Pour la bataille. Votre humble serviteur.
Shane Kennedy.
Prêt à recevoir vos
I see. So there's Irishmen in service of France. An odd sentence. Right, I've got one too many 9 infantrymen in this army, I think. Bye. He'll then train a replacement in Paris, which he can pick up and carry with him into the Austrian theatre. As it is Austria who are my next warrior. Yes. Up to Württemberg. I forget he has Tyrol. I believe there's a gold mine in it. There's an iron mine. How odd. I've got to watch this like a hawk. Because I don't think that resistance to invaders is ever going to come back down. I think it's decayed about as much as it's going to, I think. I'm pretty much eternally going to have to keep a 20 stack of militia on that fucking thing. One must also wonder if I station militia in other, like, smaller towns, does that count towards repression? Or I am uncertain. I've only got a handful of years left. It's taking me 2 years to deal with Britain.
Oh, there are naturally occurring resources.
I'm sure there are. Natural causes. Gentlemen, that's a shame. How long do I have? One must remember. Until December 12, so I've got 5 years left. Luckily, we are now in full conquest mode. I mean, we're slowing down for just a moment because now we've got to... Our aggression has been pointed in another direction. I believe this turn we should probably be able to shut the Brits out entirely. Yep, that's... And there we go. There we are. I do enjoy that they've actually got customized ones for each one. And that's the tax office in Hanover. Glorious. Right. I do need to stack money to get the steam-powered factory going. And then I need to stack money again to get the military academy. We are running out of things to research, I must confess. Denmark, that's alright. Portugal. Yes, that means, yep. British fleet is gone. Needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man requires 5 merchantmen at your earliest convenience, please. On my harbour. Let's see, that's a military dockyard. Nantes is currently on fire. We shall get it to build in India, man, very shortly. Actually, I've got the choice, give me an India man. Doesn't have to always be an India man, but if at all possible, please. Oh. I would like to get Marat into the Austrian theatre basically as quickly as possible. I dislike the number of forces that are headed towards Cleves. Also, I have vision into Russia, interestingly. At this point, my ships no longer need to hide in port now that the British Navy is gone.
naturally occurring resources in this region that are not currently being exploited.
Oh, I'm sure.
Development in these areas now will increase your nation's
Uh-huh. Right. Unfortunately, I think if I improve that, that's going to invite, yep, unhappiness due to industrialization. Which, in England, at the very least, I am unable to risk currently.
Tenez-vous prêts. Tenez-vous prêts.
Okay, it is... so, whilst the nation is alive, it won't decay. But now that Britain have been wiped out, it will begin to come down. Means I can actually improve this region. But currently I won't. Well, there are more important reasons to consider. And Le Havre should be repaired. Nope. Means I can, once Murat is safely across the channel, I will send these ships out to go deal with the Russian Navy. I should probably repair that. And seeing as I've... no, I've got a bit of money. Oh, I can purchase a couple more. Okay, well, I'll probably be the limit of my naval spending then. I likely won't bother building any more ships past that. Mission issued. Arc de Triomphe. Let's see. How much? 15k. Yeah, I've got... There are lots of places I can spend 15k currently, I'm afraid. Very good. Well, seeing as that's apparently an easy win. Okay, do I take direct control of Bavaria? Yes. They're an ally and they have failed to resist the enemy once, then they aren't trustable with their freedom, and they shall be under the direct purview of Paris. Very good. Let's see, there's fights going off in Italy. Very good. As to be expected.
Oh, there are naturally occurring resources.
I swear to God, woman. We shall spend a turn or so replenishing in Bavaria. Oh, which has very nice roads, I must say. Actually address our relations with Russia.
Use this option to ask a nation to abandon their alliance.
Shut up. Cannot ally with an enemy of your allies. They are enemies. Württemberg. I could just abandon Württemberg to their fate. Make friends with Prussia instead. Well, let's use the spy to see what's ahead of us, since we're going to be going straight for Vienna. We could pull north and go for Prague, actually. I think we will. Nope, no, don't do that. We will instead begin the process of training militia in this region, and then we shall step away from it. Send them over. So that Murat can actually come back to France. And then we can make use of the navy. Okay. Give me the navy. There we go. We can actually go pirate bopping in the north. I will need 5, so we'll build another merchantman. Garrison, yes, garrison forces, industrialization, tax burden. Well, we'll very much have to deal with it as and when. We will build a court of justice, seeing as that introduces more repression, which we do kind of need. I'm investing in areas I shouldn't be. I think I need to save up some cash for some big projects in Paris. It's all worthy investments, to be sure, but even so. There's many directions in which I will have to go. To be fair, soon I will be making enough money to support a third army, and that'll allow me to take on a second front. Oh, at least Württemberg's worthy of its name.
Oh, there are naturally occurring.
Uh-huh. That was conscript. Means I can get the academy moving. Soon I will need to get the factory running, and then I'll build the Arc de Triomphe, I think. Yes, everything is proceeding according to cake. Very nice. And Napoleon makes some very nice cakes, I've been told. Okay, it is decaying, but really slowly. Okay, merchantmen. We'll send the actual navy up first. This Indiaman to St. Augustine. I suppose we're also taking control of British colonies. I'll send Marat on his way. And then we can have the cavalry chase and link up. And now Marat's force is back to full strength. Okay, that is decaying. Okay, that is decaying. Good. But everything else, you're going there. You are going there. And then I should have 2 more to be built. One's in Nantes. The other in Liverpool. Sweet. Very good. With the foremost naval power in Europe gone, really that title is between me and the Spanish now. But one must wonder if there is a way to take control of the Spanish Navy. That was what I was afraid of. And that Russian fleet needs dealing with. Oh, Danish gentleman doing in my territory. That's very good.
Oh, there are naturally.
I swear to God, woman. Commercial port in Flanders. These guys should probably hold position there for now. You're off that way. I do enjoy the great battle markers across Britain. It's very telling. Napoleon is ready to march once more. Especially with Bavaria now fully compliant. Oh, I did not see the logging camp that had been destroyed. In the, well, secret society? Are you mental? That spawns spies. Oh, gosh. No. College. To be fair, I am running out of things to research, so might not be the worst idea. With the money that I've now got. Steam-powered factory. Up next will be the Arc. That's for the rest of the money. No, we shall purchase the Ark first, and then we will resume economic investiture.
Collecte de ravitaillement. Monsieur, vos ordres?
We will scout it the spy first. Yeah, it's a full army. We will want to await Murat's arrival then.
Monsieur? En avant! Marchez! D'autres ordres?
We shall see if we can't draw the enemy out. But we'll have Napoleon hide in ambush first. Incidentally, wasn't Austerlitz near here? Interesting. I wonder if he's looking for me. I'm frustrated by the lack of fire by rank in this game. I want to get to those trade points before anybody else gets any ideas. Because they are the vast majority of where Britain's money comes from. And I am keen to take over that revenue stream.
Oh, there are naturally occurring resources in this region that are not currently being exploited.
Yeah, no, I'm aware. It's decayed to the point where I can actually start investing in this region. But before I can do that... Yeah, Arc de Triomphe. This time built in celebration of victory over the English, rather than the Germans. Ah, exactly what I was afraid of.
Oui, capitaine. Commencez des ordres. Arrivez à destination. Hissez, les gars. Hissez haut. Prête.
And then back north.
Jetez l'ancre.
So I'm keen to get a hold of these before the enemy can claim many more of them. Yeah, metal roads, lovely.
Prêt à recevoir vos ordres? Troupes!
And I continue Murat's march east.
Armée! Halte!
Fuck? Grenziers.
Prêt à recevoir vos ordres? Massacrez-les!
Don't mind if I diddly do.
Hurrah! Hurrah! Prêt à recevoir vos ordres?
So I would be interested to learn
À gauche,
how
prêt à recevoir
one
vos
unit
ordres?
of light infantry managed to exact 54 kills before going down themselves. I think that's all the money I had, so... Are the people in this region so annoyed? Industrialization. You can have a couple militiamen yourself then. Keep them quiet. I'm not using rhymes for military recruitment. So, potential candidate for converting into a tax office, much like Hanover, seeing as that also confers repression. Who? At least I know where he is now. Be interested to learn what the Scottish and Irish do long term. If indeed they do anything. If they just sit there and be my trade partners for the entire fucking game, then cool. Oh, I see. Oh, from my bloody... Alright. It sends the Russian force south packing, then I'm all for it.
Oh, there are naturally occurring resources in this region.
I swear to God, woman. Though I really should be using rhymes for military recruitment. So I shall. Let us improve the economic exploitation of England. To be fair, we can start stripping back garrison numbers. Start saving some money there.
Flotte prête. Flotte prête. Oui, monsieur. Sortez la voie. Direction, capitaine. Fleury, oui, monsieur. Fleury. Oui, oui, monsieur. Des ordres.
You there. To Savannah, Georgia, and Norfolk, Virginia.
Ordre du navire.
Yeah, we are now importing goods from the New World. Fucking money. Finally, the arc is going up, so there's an empty slot in Paris that's finally been filled.
Prêt à recevoir vos ordres? Hommes, en avant! Préparez-vous! Armée! Marchez! Halte! Formez!
Okay, cool. He is.
Ligne de bataille!
Demand the surrender. Bye.
Préparez-vous pour la guerre! Tenez-vous prêts! Immédiatement!
He just gave up Prague without a fight. Brilliant. Classical economics. Good, good. And Liège is out of stuff to research. Brilliant. Well, he was nice enough to damage the fucking goods on the way out.
Clicking on the assassinate button means
Things I've got a spare
Wallace will
spy.
attempt to kill another agent upon
He's
arrival
detected.
at his destination.
Asshole. Well, I've now got defender's advantage. And his army was honestly nothing to sing home about. German Fusiliers, Landwehr, Grenzers. Heinrich von Bellegarde. I mean, who's the marshal down here? That is Massena. And then it's bloody, yeah, Bernadotte. That's up in Hanover. Well, that's just fine. And with Prague taken, Vienna's just there. So, I must come to a consensus as to what to do with Russia. For the same reason I don't want to go for Russia with Prussia right there. I also don't... Basically, I don't want to be stuck on two fronts. Because I'll have to station a bloody army in Vienna forever. Right, this Russian raiding fleet is starting to grind my fucking gears. I will personally see to its destruction, I swear to God. And then, yeah, Italy are just defending Milan, as expected. Fucking Württemberg are advancing on fucking Vienna. Hilarious.
Oh, there are naturally occurring resources in this region that are not currently being exploited.
That's a great museum in
Development in these
London.
areas now.
Lovely. Start pulling back. There we go. Start pulling back bloody repression numbers. But if they decide to get uppity, I'll just jack it back up again, but oh well. C'est la vie.
Voile sortie. Vos ordres, capitaine.
It really.
Sortez la voie. Prêt pour l'action. Jetez l'ordre. Ordre du navire. Officier sur le...
Yeah, tell you what then, you can go for that. Fucking finally, you're in range. Come here.
Oui, capitaine. À vos quartiers. Ouvre l'ennemi.
I've managed to catch him up at least. Is there any more stuff I can pull out of here? Yeah, I can improve Wales at least. Start making money out of that. Repair the damage that
Monsieur,
Austrians did to bloody
prêt à
Prague on the way
recevoir
out.
vos ordres? À vos ordres.
And let's squish this army.
Boucherie.
Not even close.
Fier et victorieux. Monsieur? Oui, monsieur. En avant! Pour la couronne.
Position him to the south. I need to get a bloody garrison in Prague, but hard to do. Whilst the city is A, on fire, B, I'm fucking squishing Austrian 20 stacks. For the rest of it. I almost wonder, what is Prussia's opinion of us now? That's at least positive. Plant him quite deep in Austrian territory now. See what we can see. Oh, Olmütz is not actually guarded at all. Might behoove us to move there and then move on Vienna. Especially if the Württemberg's going to try and give it one. How close are we to getting new text to research? 2 turns, huh? Okay. Conveniently, that would be just in time. Relations, I can get Modern University, Supreme Court, and the Masonic Lodge. Okay. Semaphore lines. With this, I get artillery barrage, bonus artillery accuracy, and then improved recruitment. Gives me howitzers. I once tried to swap out all my normal cannons for howitzers, and it just didn't. It just wasn't it. If I go for Olmütz, that'll be Czechoslovakia secure. Interesting that I can't release them as a republic, but oh well. The clusterfuck of borders that Germany is right now, holy shit. Fucking... I need to squish that. It's becoming annoying.
Oh, there are naturally occurring resources in this region that are not currently being exploited.
That was an
Development
Austrian
in these
spy.
areas now will increase your nation's trade income later.
Austral mines. Who the hell is Austral? Oh, up here. The Austrians can't let me have anything. Oh, I'll send Murat to go shut him down. Once again, I must inquire as to how many losses were, how so many losses were incurred. We shall not tax Prague for a short time then, whilst its militia are made available. The opposite of this, it's a supply warehouse. Nice, but not here, I don't think. I think we will develop economy in safer areas first. I'd say a supply warehouse in Britain's particularly pointless now. What about France herself then? Oh, Musée Napoleon. Very good. Build it. And hopefully next turn we'll have the money for the ordnance board. And then we get carcass shot. Experimental howitzers. Yeah, I did try to use them, and I must be using them wrong because they just did not. They just did not fit the role that I required of them. They weren't causing anywhere near enough enemy casualties to be worth swapping out for the more traditional cannons. To be fair, yeah, he hasn't got the forces nearby to resist me. And then we will push south into Vienna next turn. Yes, Blood, what can I help you with? Dost thou require help on thy homework? Where is he? There he is. Going to get my dolls. Banging. American things? Hell yeah. You exercise them rights. I had my dolls the other day. And yes, it's slop. Yes, it's not very nice. Sometimes that's what I want. The comfort of McDonald's is in its consistency. And the fact that you need not worry. What's exercise? Good answer. Very good. And let's see what we can do then. As far as our various allies go. Batavian Republic. Yes, aren't you very nice?
This option demands that a nation become your protectorate. Protectorates can take advantage of the military might of their
Probably
parent.
too strong themselves to be able to bow to that. There are others. Italy. I think Italy might be up for it. I'm apparently unable to do that to them. Oh well. What about Swiss? Oh. It's fine, I'll just bring the revolution to them later. I'm saying these ministers are all honestly fine. I've not got any candidates that are any better, so... yes, very good. Do enjoy the sheer amount of construction projects going on in bloody Paris at the minute. The big Austrian forces there. I will want to deal with those, I think. To be fair, probably subjugate an awful lot of those forces in basically a turn. I won? Wow, okay. A single India man managed to shut down an entire Russian naval raiding navy. Okay. I guess the Russians really are terrible. They just... This water stuff, they can't work it out. I see, he's... Well, it would appear that Prussia are beginning to expand their hegemon.
Oh, there are naturally occurring resources.
Pretty good. Napoleon is doing dialectics. Liège has semaphore lines. To be fair. I can't take them off once I run without something else to swap to. But very well. Reveals construction in France, this we know. But you, there. Resume the trade. What's this? This is Baltimore to Boston. Yeah. All North American trade is now going through France rather than Britain. And no, we've captured a merchantman. Pretty good. I didn't accept it. I sank the damn thing.
You are about
My
to
bad.
launch an attack on a trust.
Oops, my bad. And build the new ordnance board. And then more money.
Monsieur? Trompe! Monsieur, vous en avant!
Won't tax them for now. Then they are now able to be taxed.
Tenez-vous prêts!
And we shall now proceed south.
Monsieur, vos ordres?
That Russian force presents me with anxiety.
Assiégez-les!
Fuck you.
Attaquez!
And that has forced Austria to bow out the war. Very good. Very, very good. That was my next mission then. Target Moscow then. I'll have to go grab that another time. Yes, as you can see, French prestige is through the fucking roof, as it should be. To be fair, let's see if we can't broker a treaty with them. Oh, wow, he hates me. So, alliance with enemy nation. Who's he allied with that? He doesn't like Württemberg to a start. And Spain. Ugh. That's just not going to go over well. That's what to do with the rest of them. Well, with Austria shut down, really Russia are going to struggle. Once I kill this army that's already in my territory, they're going to struggle to get forces through to me. Which means I now have time to answer the Prussia question. He shouldn't have the movement range. Well, they're not having the easiest time subjecting Saxony and Hesse, to be fair to them. But I think, yeah, I think he's managed to put down Saxony. I will need to intervene in this. Oh. Go for it.
Oh, there are naturally occurring resources in this region that are not currently being exploited.
Oh, funnily enough, the game agrees.
Development in these areas now.
Oh, I'm sure. Right, Vienna. We're going to have similar problems with Vienna that we had in England.
Monsieur, vos ordres? En avant!
Send Marat after that force. No, to be fair, that's 4 hours. We've done a lot here now. I mean, Austria's out the game. We've taken a huge amount of land out this way. Okay, let's go for Württemberg. Where are they? There. I can't offer it to them. That's odd. Can I not do it to military allies? Because I could do it to the Batavians. Odd. Yeah, that's 4 hours. And yeah, I feel like we've accomplished a good deal. I mean, we've knocked Austria out of the war. We've secured Britain. Finally. With finality, should I say. Next, really, it's Prussia I'm going to have to deal with. Once they're dealt with... Well, we've had Denmark. Where's Sweden? Oh, he's lost Stockholm to fucking Denmark. He's only got bloody Finland now. Yeah, so next time I think we'll have to answer the question of what to do about Prussia. It's man, so it's going to be shoot them in the face. So, and to be fair, I am in position to do so. So once I've dealt with the Russian armies that are still here. Am I now at war with Austria again? Oh, looks like I am. Right. Or did they just never sign the treaty? Because that would also not shock me. Yeah, which means we've got to deal. Got to work out what we're going to do about this. Honestly, I think it might be time to train up Bernadotte. At least train up his army, at least. Well, to be honest, it probably won't be Bernadotte. It'll probably be Senna. I think we train Massena an army. We keep Marat in Vienna. I'm just going to snooze that ad seeing I'm about to go. But, yeah, I think we keep Marat in and around Vienna. To just kind of stifle any attempts that the enemy might make to reconquer this region. To be fair, there is an Austrian force there, so we'll have a couple of good fights next time. Yeah. So I think we'll move Marat up to Paris, get him an army, move it in probably towards Cleves, and we can approach Berlin from two sides and divide Prussian attention. We're not going to bother reinforcing Hanover at all. We will probably just wait until Prussian forces are just not in the region and then jump on them. Yeah, I think that's the play. But yeah. Yeah, I think that's going to be me. As I say, we got a lot done this time. I am still only planning on doing 3 streams on Napoleon. After which I'll probably postulate the question in the Discord of, hey, we've done 3 streams on this now. Do we want to keep going and push this through to the end, or shall we start something else? And we'll go from there. But yeah, to be fair, next time I foresee at least dealing with Brandenburg, dealing with Prussia, and then probably the final extermination of Austria. Because we'll probably need 2 more forces for that. Which we can train out. We can just get Bernadotte and Massena, get them armies, seeing as we've now got the titanic economic output of Britain. Yeah, 15,000 each turn. We've definitely got the money for it. So if we train up Massena and Bernadotte, give them armies, then that's 2 death stacks that we can have walking around taking stuff. And then once we've done that, we've pushed up. We've pushed bloody Austria up as far as they can go. We'll then have 4 armies ready to go to invade Russia. Hopefully we can do that April 1808, I'm hoping. Because I don't want to invade Russia during the, June to August is too late to start the war on Russia, because by the time we even get as far as Belarus, it's going to be winter, and all of this is going to be hilarious winter attrition, and I'm just not about that. So we'll have to do this slowly. Well, we're going to have to do it slowly either way. Russia's so fucking big. But the point is, we'll tighten the noose around Moscow as we go. We'll have enough forces so that he can't really sneak one past me. And once that's done, we can then just come about and then start cleaning up. Hoovering up all these little micronations that we need to... subjugate in one way or another. But yeah, that'll be me. Yeah, there's only 3 of us. Yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Yeah, this has turned out far more successful than I would have hoped. I will say there was a touch of anxiety about just committing whole ass to Total War, including a title as bloody niche as Napoleon. But I've had an immense amount of fun playing it, and it would appear others have as well. So yeah, thank you very much for everyone sticking around, and that'll be me. Next stream, probably going to be an illegal Monday stream because Sasha's actually working that day, so I will move the Tuesday stream to Monday. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. But yeah, I'll have a think about this, and then we'll go away. Do that. Unfortunately, no BG3 tomorrow, which I was looking forward to, I do confess, but oh well. Hopefully we can make up for it at some point in the week. People are busy. What are you going to do? But yes, yeah. Consider following if you haven't already, and if not, I'll see you next time.